Yes. You really like this song,
I
don't
do
you?
really like this song.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Stay Tuned. As you can see, we got a very special setup this week.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually at Tom's house
Yeah.
doing the show.
We're in person together.
Yes. Tom usually, if you didn't know this, Tom usually cannot see me whenever we stream.
Yeah, so
He
this
can
is
just see
weird.
what's on my computer, so
I can watch what's 30 seconds behind on the stream, and that's about it. So,
that's about it.
yeah. So this
So-
is weird.
This is nice. This is nice. Hi,
It's comfy.
I can high five him. He's right here.
Yeah, friendship.
So, Tom, how was your week?
I'm glad it's over. I'm glad the weekend is here.
Awesome.
And I think you probably feel the same.
I'm always glad whenever the weekend's here.
Yeah.
But I'm already one day into my weekend, so it's halfway over already.
Hey, I've got 3 days. 3 days.
Good for you.
Yep.
So tonight we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Hopefully it works out. We're going to be watching... Oh my god, this movie's long.
Yeah, it's a long movie. 2 hours, 22 minutes, 55 seconds.
So yeah, we're going to be watching the Avengers in its entirety. You guys won't be able to really hear too much. Obviously, you're not going
We
to
hope
see
not.
anything. Just copyright laws.
We
and,
don't- we
all
don't want
that
the government
good stuff.
after.
Yeah, I don't want to go to prison. Not today, not tomorrow.
No.
But yeah. So I guess we can go ahead and start it. Tom,
Sure.
that's on you. So
Let's do it.
uh,
Make sure the captions are on.
they were. Now they are.
English,
we're good.
5 out of 7.
5 out of 7.
All right.
What about the other? What about the other 6? Right.
I don't know.
So how many times did you see this in theaters? I guess first off.
Yeah, I saw this movie with my dad. I've seen almost any superhero movie with my dad.
How many times did you see this?
In the theaters once, but I've probably watched it like 5 or 6 times since then. These subtitles are not working.
We kind of need them to work.
Yeah. Hold up. What is that? French? Spanish? There it is.
Try one, yeah.
Oh, now I don't know if I should press B. Nope.
Try it. There we
I
go.
did it.
We got subtitles.
All
All
right,
right,
putting
cool.
the controller down.
Cool. I was going to say don't hit console off.
Ah,
So did you see this just one time?
yeah, I can't think of a time where I watched a movie more than once in the theaters.
I can.
Like maybe growing up as a kid, I know like going to see it with one set of friends or like your family. Like I think I saw some of the Harry Potter movies like twice
Yeah.
because I went with friends and I went with family. But otherwise, I just watched movies once.
So I saw this in theaters twice. I went once by myself to like a midnight showing or something like that. Then I went with my wife another night or something like that.
Right.
But I never saw Thor before I saw this movie. So whenever I saw Loki,
So yeah,
So
you
I
were
was like,
confused.
I mean, like I read comic books as a kid, but I didn't like continuously have comic books.
Right.
So like I knew who Thor was. I knew who Captain America. I knew who all the superheroes were.
Right.
But as far as like the super villains and stuff like that, so I saw Loki. I had no idea who he was.
Like who is this guy?
I'm just like, that's cool. This dude's crazy.
right. He's
but-
really good. He's like one of the best parts of this movie.
Well, now Loki, and you know, I went back and watched Thor, and I was like, oh, this makes a lot of sense now.
Right. Yeah.
Because I watched it on the midnight release, and then I went with like on a Sunday or Monday or something like that with my wife. So in between then, I watched Thor because I said something about like I don't know what's going on. Somebody's like, "Have you seen all the movies?" I'm like, "Well, I've seen Captain America. I've seen Iron Man 1 and 2. I saw the Edward Norton Hulk,
Right.
not the Hulk from like what was that 2000?
See, I only saw the Ang Lee Hulk from like 2003. That was
terrible.
horrible.
Yes, terrible.
I remember watching that with my dad, and it was like we were just kind of staring at the movie, like, what in the world is happening?
Yeah.
Like there were mutant robot dog, or not robots, but there were
Yes.
mutant poodles. And hey, guess what? Knowing me, would you be surprised if I said fell asleep during the movie?
I would not be surprised at all.
No. So yes, you probably had no idea who that guy was.
The scientists.
What the Tesseract is.
Yeah,
like,
I knew who Thor was, and that was about it.
Yeah.
As far as like the scientists we see on the screen right now walking with Nick Fury, no idea.
Yeah, you're
no,
just
I
like-
was just so lost.
Like, why is this guy
Yeah.
here? He isn't in a white trench coat.
Yeah, so it was just crazy. And
Yeah.
then,
And like this movie is Avengers 1 and Avengers 2 is coming out. you cannot see these movies really and have any idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
Like this is like Marvel 5
Yeah.
or 6 or
That
whatever.
would have been so much better if they would have done that. Like,
Right.
because like, what is it? The actual order of it's like Iron Man 1, then like Captain America, or like then Hulk, then Captain America, then Iron Man 2, then Thor. It's some weird
Yeah.
like that. Something weird like that.
Yeah, Captain America and Thor came out like right after each other.
Yeah. So there's some weird like the way
Yeah.
it goes, but it really only matters as far as like the ending sequence goes. Like
Yeah.
how like Fury always shows up during like after the end credits or whatever. And
Right.
speaking of which, this movie has the best end credits scene ever. The shawarma scene.
That's pretty good. They're just like, this is a
Nothing's
long
going
day.
on. They're just kind of just eating food.
Yeah,
Like, no big
it's very
deal.
Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
Let's just be
But,
weird. Yeah, so
But yeah, I had no idea what was. I was just. But seeing this, like, I knew who all the superheroes were, but just like watching this movie,
right.
I didn't care.
Yeah, like
It's kind of like it could stand as its own movie. Granted, like you're not going to get as much substance out of it if
Right.
you watch just this compared to like watching was Iron Man 1 and 2 was before Avengers 1 because it's just Iron Man 3, The Adventure of Tony Stark, between one.
that's a
Avengers
great
1
movie.
and
You
2.
shut up. That's a good movie.
I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I like it, but it's just he was never in the suit that much.
Yeah, it's okay. So they put 42 suits in it. Like,
Yeah, they made up for it at the end, right?
No big
the
deal.
suits had like 20 hours of screen time or
Right.
something like that combined.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, like at this point, I was just like, "Oh, cool! It's the villain for the Avengers. I have no idea who this guy is."
Right. Yeah.
Whenever Loki's just on screen, like,
this is such a weird.
Hi.
This is such a weird start to this movie, just because it's none of the famous people. Like,
Yeah.
like the most famous person in this is Iron Man. Like,
oh, for the entire movie.
yeah, for the entire movie,
Yeah.
it's like everyone knows Iron Man and Captain America. Like, some people know Thor. Like, I'd never read a Thor comic before this. Like,
I knew who they were from
I knew
like
Thor
the,
was a superhero, but like, I'd never cared. Like, I
What was
never watched
the-
cartoons or movies or anything like that.
What was that Marvel beat 'em up game on the Xbox 360?
Oh, Ultimate Alliance.
Yes,
Yeah.
I knew who a lot of people were from that. I seen a bunch
Yeah.
of the cartoons as a kid.
Yeah, like
and
growing
stuff,
up, I
but-
watched There was an Iron Man cartoon. I watched it all the time. Like,
See,
I
watched
loved
the
Iron Man.
I watched the X-Men cartoon growing up,
But
but I never read the X-Men comic books.
I never had the money for a comic book.
And I did not like the movies that much until First Class and I love Days of Future Past.
One is okay. 2 is really good. 3 sucks. I mean, the whatever of Wolverine, that first one is terrible.
I don't like either of the standalone Wolverine.
Really? You don't like the second one? I love that movie.
I haven't seen it.
Well, you can't. Damn it! You can't not like it if you haven't seen it.
No,
Hey,
I
Tim,
just mean
guess
like
what?
I just didn't watch it because
And guess what?
I didn't like the first one.
I have it.
I don't care.
It's in a black Blu-ray case. It's really cool.
I still gotta
but,
watch Raid 2 and John Wick.
You are killing me. Those movies are so good. Anyway,
Yeah.
but so then here you're like, oh, it's Loki, the bad guy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. And this kind of leads up to, was it the end of this or was it the end of another movie where you saw Thanos?
That was the end of.
That was the end of this.
This.
Yeah. Which led into Guardians of the Galaxy, which had nothing to do with Avengers 2, which is what
Which
everybody
is-
thought Avengers
Guardians
2.
of the Galaxy is the best Marvel movie.
Oh yeah,
they've
hands
made.
down, hands down, big
Not-
time.
And I love
But that was
comic.
a
That's the best one.
that to me was not a superhero movie. That was a comic book movie.
Yes.
done right.
And that's probably why I like the Guardians of the Galaxy so much. Like, I love Iron Man and Spider-Man. But even then, Iron Man's not a superhero. Like, he's a superhero, but
Yeah, he's kind of like
He's
he's
just
kind of
a
like the same
dude.
as like Batman.
Batman's a dude.
And Green Arrow's just a dude.
yeah, and like, and I love that about the Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, for the most part, they're just dudes. They're just
Yeah.
things.
Like
creatures.
was it,
They're creatures.
Star Lord's just a dude that has like
Yeah.
weird gadgets.
He's just half alien.
yeah, and then I love Rocket,
Yes, Rocket's great.
and of course Groot's amazing.
Yeah,
then,
and it's like, oh, Gamera's like, oh, she's, she's super strong, but like, she's an alien, like,
she
whatever.
reminds me of Katana from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because she's like how she was to Thanos, like his daughter.
Yeah,
Katana was like the daughter of Shao Kahn, but
Yeah.
like an adopted daughter.
yeah.
Yeah, and then she turns, and then the other daughter is Or the other person's like, oh, I'm the good, like Melina's like, I'm the good person or whatever.
Right, yeah.
I'm the good bad person.
Right.
Or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's a good comparison there.
Yeah.
Ugh,
If you
I
haven't,
don't
if you
like
haven't
how
seen
I
Guardians of the Galaxy,
yeah.
but you've played Mortal Kombat and understand
Same
the
thing.
the muddy story that is Mortal Kombat,
Right.
that's how Guardians of the Galaxy
Right.
works.
It's exactly the same.
Star-Lord, Liu Kang.
Oh, I love that movie.
Drax is, I don't know who he is. He's just some big dude.
Who would be Drax is like super good and he's got knives. Like he's super strong, got knives.
Like a Johnny Cage with knives.
Johnny Cage. No, Johnny Cage is Star Lord
Yeah, he is. He
because they're
really
kind of
is.
dicks, but you like them.
Yeah.
And
If
they're-
if you haven't noticed, we've been playing a lot of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat's great. I still like that game a lot.
Oh, I'll be enjoying that for a very long time.
I mean,
I
fuck,
think.
I bought a fight stick for it. I spent
I need to
100.
get one.
I spent $150 on it. It's really good though.
Yeah, I was looking at that one on Amazon.com today and saw it.
Yeah, so I was looking at fight sticks and I was like, man, they're not on sale. I was gonna buy that one from Hori from their website, but it was
Yeah.
gonna take like a couple weeks to ship. I was like,
Yeah.
dang. So I just happened to browse back over and it was like, only 15 in stock. And I was like, oh, I gotta buy this. It's like, Amazon, you got me again. Like, oh, there's only 15. I better buy this now. Yeah, big thing implodes.
So yeah,
Shield headquarters.
the introduction to this movie was pretty well done, I think. Just
Yeah.
overall, like I
Yeah.
said, not knowing who Loki was, like I knew who Fury was.
Yeah.
That was about it.
You're like, oh man, Loki's a bad dude.
And I had no idea I knew who Hawkeye was, but since he wasn't wearing like that really weird like purple and pink costume or
Yeah.
whatever, I didn't know who that was Hawkeye
I don't even.
until I saw him with the bow and they said Hawkeye. I'm like,
Hawkeye's
okay.
so boring in this movie.
Yeah.
Like
he really is.
well, Hawkeye of all these characters. I mean, granted, they introduced him in Thor briefly, and then they're just like, yeah, you don't get your own movie, but
Yeah.
he's just not
So I guess
exciting at all.
of the pre-Avengers 1 movies, what was your favorite?
I'd say Captain America.
That was a great one.
So that one, like Iron Man 1's really good, but it doesn't really have a good villain. Like it's.
I feel like they tried to do like the whole like origins, which it was
Yeah.
really well done. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't a full-on origins like Batman Begins,
Right.
but like the kind of origin that it was, like the first half of the movie.
Yeah,
was
like,
really well
Like
done,
I think easily Captain America and Iron Man are the two best, but I think Captain America just surprised me more at how good it was.
Yeah.
I love that movie. Like,
I loved what's his name, Christopher Evans. Is that the guy that plays
Yeah.
Captain?
because I remember seeing Fantastic Four and going like, man, this movie really sucks. Like
Yeah.
both of them. But I was like, but this guy that plays like Human Torch, he's entertaining.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, he's gonna be Captain America. I was like, I don't know. And it's so funny when they CG his head onto the
Itty bitty
onto
person.
the little itty bitty one where he's just this little tiny guy, and then he comes out of that machine and his muscles are just like
He's got
incredibly
muscles
huge.
on his muscles.
Like his muscles are
he makes the Rock
enormous.
look small.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, and when you see that, you're like, nah, that's the CG Chris Evans, and you're like, nope, that's not, that's real.
Yeah.
So-
I liked Thor a lot actually.
So I think the Thor movies aren't very good.
I love him.
I think they're the worst
Of
of all the Marvel. Of like, I don't count Incredible Hulk because like,
Oh,
I
Black
don't think
Widow
it really
scene.
goes in here.
I love this scene.
yeah,
The phone call.
Yeah.
The phone call's the best. Just kind of busy right now.
Right.
We're getting tortured. Can you call me back in 10 minutes?
right, yeah. Black Widow's okay. Like, I don't particularly enjoy her character. Like the best character stuff is Iron Man, is Tony Stark with Captain America.
Yeah.
And when you and Tony Stark with Bruce Banner.
Oh,
like,
dude, he just like shocks me. He's like, anything?
Right,
You
yeah.
know?
yeah, like those guys are the best. Whereas like she's
Tony
she's
Stark with anybody is just fantastic, no matter how you try and squeeze it. at all,
yeah,
which is
and
great.
like the Hawkeye and like Black Widow are just too serious. Like I get it. Oh, we're
too
saving the
serious
world,
and
but like
like a comedy action superhero
about a
movie.
man that turns into a big green monster. Like
Yeah.
like
Do you know they're supposed to be making a Planet Hulk movie?
yeah, I heard that.
Have you seen the animated movie or the cartoon movie? Whatever?
No, but I've
It's
heard
great.
about the Planet Hulk like comic series and stuff. So.
It's
So,
really good.
I'm excited because I love the Hulk. Like I remember watching cartoons with the Hulk in them. Like my dad was always talking about the Hulk. 'Cause my dad was more of a DC guy when he was growing up. Like he loved Green Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's a good
He
man
introduced
right
me
there.
to all this stuff.
It's a good man right there.
I showed him Comixology because that's where I read all my comics at. You know, I download them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Oh, this is so cool! I gotta get this." He's got an iPad, so he might end up getting it. But it's like, I remember that issue. But yeah,
I
like,
just love this scene.
yeah, it's yeah, like,
Put the woman on the phone, or I'll blow up
Right.
the building,
yeah.
or blow up the block before you get to the lobby.
Like, I know a lot of people complained about this movie. Like, the beginning, they don't fight at the beginning. Like, no,
They
it's
kind of have to get all
It's
this.
a story about like 1,000
Yeah.
people. What are you doing?
They gotta
like,
get them all together first.
and it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just boring crap.
Yeah, I agree.
I love Coulson.
Yeah,
He's
but
so good.
I think I like the Thor movies so much just because you see this, because he starts off and he's just strong.
Yeah,
Like he's a god. He's the the god of lightning or thunder
Right.
or whatever he is, and then he just loses all of his powers, and you're seeing him trying to adapt to that
Yeah.
while also being like an old. I always called him like an old English type person.
yeah,
he
it's the
pretty
old,
much is.
ye old,
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff.
But then he's like living in like modern day Earth and just trying to adapt to that while also not being a god.
yeah,
And then slowly getting his working back to get his
she did
to
a
get his-
Hurricanrana.
power back. I absolutely loved that. And then seeing
Yeah.
him fight the whatever that thing was called. I forgot.
Yep. Big
Yeah.
silver guy. Big
That
silver.
guy.
Yeah,
It's
I
official,
love-
the big silver guy.
I love Thor. I love the character of Thor. I love the character of Loki. I love all the Asgardian stuff. I think
Yeah.
all the Earth stuff in Thor sucks.
Oh.
Like the whole Natalie Portman thing. So again, watching this with my
I
dad.
hated that part right
so
there. I did.
everything with Natalie Portman in those movies is terrible, and
I
she's like a
hated
good
her in
actress.
the
But
second movie, I hated it.
I hated her. My dad and I were laughing so hard during that movie because she's like this scientist, and she keeps like freaking out because she loses her journal, and she's like, "My journal, my journal, my journal." My dad and I still laugh about this. My journal, my journal. And you look, and he's like, "I got your journal back." And he opens the journal, and it's just a bunch of pictures of rings and like the 9 spheres or whatever. It's a bunch of scribbling. It's just a bunch of scribbling nonsense. And she's just like, my journal, you gotta give me back my journal. And like, I think her friends are annoying.
Oh
beyond all
yeah, the
like Kat Dennings,
the weird
character.
hippie.
Oh,
yeah, the weird hippie girl.
like, and then the Warriors 3, like Lady Sif and the Warriors 3 or whatever, bugged me to no end. Like, I thought they were trying too hard to be like, oh, we're quirky. But like, I thought Chris Hemsworth is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, Thor himself is cool. And like all the Asgard stuff with all the crazy colors and it's all bright and like anything with Idris Elba, the guy that plays what's his name? The Gate guy. Like, he's awesome. I love all that
Oh yeah,
stuff.
yeah. That guy is.
So that's why I'm excited for Ragnarok, because I'm hoping it's got more
Jack
the third one, I think it's going to have more Asgard in it, which is awesome. But then Thor 2, like it just didn't really have a great villain. Like, Loki was in it, but he was kind of helping, but then there was like this weird guy that was like...
I love this scene whenever they're trying to leave the palace, and Loki's running beside him, and he turns into Chris Evans as Captain America.
Yeah.
He's like, is this better for you if I dress like this?
Yeah, Loki is an incredible villain for all these, because he's really evil, but you kind of like him.
Yeah.
He's
like Stone Cold.
He's a huge heel. Yeah, I was about to say, he's a huge heel, or CM Punk, like you got your shirt on.
And you
So
got your
CM Punk-
Sasha Banks shirt on, it looks like.
Yeah, she's the boss.
We're wearing
And I
wrestling
wear
shirts.
this because I
I'm
like
the
wearing
boss.
this to work because I'm the boss. Also because Sasha Banks is best, but anyway. But yeah, so I love Loki in these, and I'm glad he's in this one. And I think Ultron's gonna be good in this next
Well, I
one.
liked in the second movie how you thought they killed off Loki,
Right.
but they didn't.
Yeah, so I'm sure he'll play a part in the third one. Like, it might not be
Somewhere, yeah.
huge, but you can't really have a Thor movie without Loki.
Because didn't he killed their father?
Yep. He killed Odin.
Yeah, killed Odin's son. And then
Look at these old cell phones.
No, you know the first Iron Man, the Tony Stark, the phone he had, it looked like a T.
Yeah.
I used to have that phone.
Really?
I still have it at my house actually.
Nice. There you go.
It's a backup phone.
That's one of my favorite things about movies is that like they're dated by their cell phones.
Yes.
We're just like, that's a
well,
flip
the way
phone.
today is now is like they could make a movie and then by the time it gets released in theaters, that phone is obsolete.
Right. Yeah.
Like I have an S4, Galaxy S4, but if I made a movie about over a year, like less than like 6 months ago.
Before you dork. That's what. No, I mean like that's what all the comments would be.
Oh
it's
yeah.
Like, that's what the fool's so old. I'm not calling you a dork. I had an iPhone
okay.
4 for a while.
You used to have an iPhone. That's the problem right there.
I got a 6 now. What? Why's my cat doing that? Anyway.
I love how Bruce Banner is just like so calm about like the whole Hulk thing. He's just like, you don't want the other guy to come out.
Yeah. Yeah, like I've always liked the Hulk. I've always had like Hulk toys and all that kind of stuff. And that first movie was so bad that I didn't see the second one. But then seeing this, like they made Hulk so important in this without making it cheesy in any way. He's not like I'm gonna kill you, I'm Hulk. He just like gets pissed when people like hurt him and attack his friends and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's better that way. Like
so
he's actually got people to bounce off of instead of I'm a big green monster against a big kind of brownish green monster called Abomination. Like,
so what do you think about? Did you like Edward Norton as Bruce Banner?
I didn't see it.
You haven't seen it yet?
No.
You haven't seen the Incredible Hulk?
No. I only saw the Hulk.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's good.
I like Edward Norton.
I love
Edward Norton in anything.
American History X, The Illusionist.
Birdman.
Yep.
Did you see Birdman?
Yes.
Oh, God, I love that movie.
No, I loved American History X was great because it had Edward Norton and Edward Furlong on there.
I haven't seen that movie because I heard there's a curb stomp in it and that scares me.
There is a curb stomp in there.
It like literally saying that makes my teeth hurt. Somebody said something, but I can't read it. Chris? What did Chris say?
He just logged in. What's going on? We're watching The Avengers, and we're talking about Marvel movies and comic books and everything.
And we're in the same room.
Yep. Oh.
Yes, Captain America. He's gonna punch your bag off the thing.
It's really weird, but Chris Hemsworth did Thor. But have you seen Cabin in the Woods?
Yes.
So,
that's a horror movie I have seen.
Yes, and it's an amazing. It's probably the
Written
best.
by Joss Whedon.
Yes, it's probably the best horror movie of the modern age. I think
it's really, really good.
Because it's self-aware, but it's not so self-aware that it's terrible.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
as someone who does not enjoy those movies, now granted I've not seen a lot of them because it scares the pants off me, but as someone who doesn't enjoy those movies, I love that movie.
Oh yeah, that movie's amazing.
Like it's incredible regardless of your tastes, which is awesome.
Well, I think it was great how they made them stereotypical characters, but then you find out that it was all like staged and meant to be that way, and you're just like, he's never like a superficial jock. He's always a nice guy. He has like a 4.0 plus GPA, and it's like, the dude's supposed to be an idiot and be a dick the whole time. That's the whole point of it.
And like the ending of that movie is like the most insane thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So at the end of that
movie, whenever the girl and the stoner guy were going down, I was like, I would love to see all these monsters just kill people. Right. It sucks I don't get to see that. Then like 5 minutes later, I was like, best.
They rip everybody apart, and then literally like hell comes up and engulfs the earth.
Yeah.
Like the end.
It was great.
So watching this scene where they showed the flashback briefly to him like running through the woods and all that stuff reminded me of why I like that movie so much, why I like Captain America, is because it had the old-timey stuff, but it also had that like supernatural occult, like military science kind of twist. Yeah, it's very Wolfenstein. Like you could easily imagine the Red Skull being the bad guy.
Speaking of which, the new Wolfenstein comes out Tuesday.
This Tuesday? I thought it was May.
No, it's 4/28.
Oh, wow.
The New Blood.
No wonder I keep seeing all the previews for that, or all the ads to pre-order.
I'm excited.
Dang, I'm going to have to buy that.
It comes out Tuesday.
Gonna have to buy that. Man.
Just punching bags just everywhere.
Yes. I'm going to need so many.
So, what did you think of The Winter Soldier?
That movie's incredible.
I think it's my favorite Marvel movie.
I think it is
in the Avengers
Yes. Yes, I agree.
Chronology or
Yeah.
chronologically.
It is the second best Marvel movie to Guardians of the
Well, I
Galaxy.
mean, just like as far as like, well, I guess eventually the Avengers and the Guardians are going to meet up.
They are, yeah, in
I just
Infinity
see these.
War.
I just see these movies like their budgets like getting to like $500 million
absurd.
or something.
But they're
like
gonna
that,
make
'cause
so much money. Like I don't know if Avengers 2 is gonna do as much as the first one did.
I think it will. I think it'll do more.
But like I mean, the Avengers 1 is the third highest grossing movie of all time.
Yeah.
Like it's absolutely insane. It's Avatar, Titanic, Avengers.
Yep.
Like which is pretty awesome that like two of the top 3 movies of all time are these nerdy sci-fi movies.
Mhm.
So
And then there's Titanic.
Yep.
I was about to say, and then there's
It's got
Avengers.
titties. Titanic, it's got titties. It's also a good movie, I guess. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I never saw it because I always
People
thought
get-
of Leonardo DiCaprio as like essentially like
I
the
love this. I wish I could have one of these
Yes.
in my house.
Oh,
just,
that's so cool.
just walk and it just takes off my shoes and my pants and my jacket and puts on a pair of basketball shorts as I walk in. That would be the
perfect.
greatest thing ever.
So seeing this part really reminds me of probably my favorite Marvel video game, because we are also a video game podcast. Lego Marvel. I swear I have put 50 hours into that game. I did everything. Everything in that game. It's simplistic.
I don't like the Lego games. I
They're
think
good.
they're too easy.
They're simplistic, but I love the humor that they have, and I just love how easy they are to just like pick up and play.
Yeah.
And you unlock stuff like crazy. And like when I was able to unlock the Guardians of the Galaxy, like, and it's like the comic book ones, not the ones from the movie, because it was before that. I was like, what? This is incredible. So I just flew around as Star-Lord the whole time. But
The best Marvel game, I think, Spider-Man 2.
yeah, it's pretty good.
On the
I really
the
like
Xbox,
Ultimate
GameCube,
or
PS2.
Ultimate Alliance, but
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
the
yeah,
most
Ultimate Alliance was
underrated
great.
one is the Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction.
That's,
I
I
had
heard
that
that
on
one's-
GameCube.
I never had that. We were looking at that the
Yeah.
other day when we had your GameCube out like a couple
Yeah.
months ago.
Yeah,
That
that game is awesome.
I heard that's pretty much like Spider-Man 2 but with Hulk.
It is. So like you can like run up the sides of buildings and like charge up your jump and you'll just like leap over blocks. Like it makes you feel
Yeah.
like the Hulk, and you like pick up tanks and you can swing them around and throw them at people and stuff. It's awesome.
But Coulson just shows up.
Yes.
It's Coulson for you.
I love Coulson. Phil.
His first name is
His
Agent.
first name is Agent.
Tony Stark is who every guy in the world wants to be, whether
yeah.
they will admit it or not. You
Oh,
want
yeah.
to be like, we'll get to that scene later. Whenever him and Captain get into it,
Right.
but yeah, like the first movie, I like how he starts off. Since we're on Iron Man, I guess
Yeah.
how he starts off, and he's like a total dick,
Yeah.
and he's just like not like a funny dick, just
Like,
like
there's-
a dick.
I don't ever want to see this person ever again.
Yeah.
I hope this guy gets what's coming to him. And he
Yeah,
kinda does.
like, and then like he has like the really bad experience that happens to him, then becomes like a funny dick
Right, yeah. He
that wants to
becomes a
make the
good
world
dude.
that wants to make the world a better place,
Right.
and he makes this really crappy machine
I
in
love
there.
that suit.
No, it was great. The Mark One is what they ended
Yeah.
up calling it or whatever. But
So speaking of Lego Marvel, one of my favorite parts of that game is you have to get into that suit at first. And so like with all the Iron Man suits, you like fly around, you're zipping around and all that. In the Mark One, you hover like this far off of the ground. You hover like the smallest amount off the ground for like 2 seconds, and then you have to get down.
because I remember the ending of that movie, whenever he fights the other CEO of the company or whatever
Yeah.
it was. Like I thought that suit that he had looked a lot like the Mark One.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was supposed to be, I think.
And he had like the Mark II or III at that point or
yeah,
something like that.
he had like
but-
the most basic
Yeah.
or red and gold.
yeah. And then you had Iron Man 2, which had
Rhodey, War Machine.
no, not that.
Oh.
The bad guy. It was Harley Davidson from Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man. Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, Mickey
That's who
Rourke.
it was. Mickey Rourke.
The wrestler.
Yeah, yeah. Expendables.
Which, oh my god, I love the wrestler.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Another wrestling comment
everything comes
there.
back to wrestling. God.
No, but
Extreme Rules is tomorrow.
yeah, I love Mickey Rourke, but I really did not like him as a villain in that movie.
No, like
What was his name? Like Whiplash?
He was
or-
Whiplash,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was just.
now Sam. Oh my god, how do I not remember his name? Dude that played the weapons guy, the weapons dealer. Sami
Zayn?
Oh. All right, I'm gonna look up his name because I feel really bad because
Yeah.
he is awesome. Sam Rockwell. Glad I did
I'm
that.
gonna look up his name real quick.
Glad
Sam
I did
Rockwell.
that. Sam Rockwell is awesome as that weapons dealer who's trying
Yeah.
to be all cool, but
Yeah.
he sucks until he gets like this super villain,
Yeah.
tries to take over the world, and he's like, I'm in over my head.
I'm out.
He's in one of my favorite sci-fi movies too.
What's that?
It's called Moon. Did you ever see Moon?
No.
He's a guy who's stationed on the moon for like years, and it's pretty much just him and his computer.
Reminds me of Armageddon
twist.
with
No,
the weird
no.
the weird guy that's on the space station. He's like the Russian space station.
It's nothing like Armageddon because there's like no action at all. It's like all drama pretty much, but it's really
Armageddon has no action, just has a lot of crazy music that makes you think there's action going on, but there's really not.
Really sucks.
There's like they're like flying through like a meteor shower, and there's like nothing going on, but there's all this intense music, and they're like, oh my god, we're gonna die, but it's just them flying, like it's no big
good.
deal.
Yeah, it's not a very good movie.
Like granted, if you crash out there, you're dead, but
Right.
there's not
Yes.
much you can do about that.
Yes.
So then I guess back to Mickey Rourke.
Yeah,
in
back to
Iron Man
Mickey
2.
Rourke. Yeah.
Who is the guy from number 1?
Who, the actor?
The
actor, the black guy.
The black guy that played the captain,
Terrence
Terrence Howard, yes. And I really was expecting to see him in the second Iron Man, but he just like,
You know why?
I guess he wanted way too much money.
He
or
was the
something like
highest
that.
paid actor in Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
Because he came off of Hustle and Flow, where he was like the big
Mhm.
dude. Hold on. Is that the same guy that gets his like? Yeah, that's the same guy that just gets his like head totally snapped during Guardians, where
Yeah, by
oh my God, Ronan just
yeah.
goes and his head just
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like Thanos. Will
This
be
is
upset.
why this is the kind of stuff that I like. Like this is the kind of Thor and Guardians of the Galaxy
Yeah.
stuff I like, where it's just like weird aliens.
Cosmic.
Like my favorite part about Guardians of the Galaxy, or one of my favorite parts, is when they first fly and they see nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a huge alien head.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, I wonder how it's gonna look in the movie, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Like I love the weirdness of these movies. Like
No,
that's
it was-
that's my favorite kind of stuff here. But yeah, Iron Man 2, not very good.
Yeah, it was a. I remember seeing it the first time and I liked it,
Yeah,
but I never really went back and watched it again.
I watched it like one more time because
Although the one
it was
good
the
thing,
first Blu-ray I ever saw.
The
'Cause my
one-
friend's dad bought a Blu-ray player and
It
Iron
came
Man
with
2.
it? Did it come with it or
Probably.
No, because I bought my PS3 and Spider-Man 3 came with it. That's what it was.
I'm sorry.
I know, me too.
I love Spider-Man, and there's like 2 good Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, but it was what was I about to say? Oh, the Iron Man 2. The only good thing about that was the soundtrack. It was all AC/DC.
Oh yeah, the soundtrack was really good.
Yeah, but how could you not? Anybody that doesn't like AC/DC doesn't live in America, obviously.
Anyone who doesn't like the Beatles is an insane person. Oh wait,
Shut
that's
up.
you.
Yep.
Can't believe that. Anyway.
What was that? What else have we not talked about? So Iron Man 1 and 2. So Captain
We
America,
didn't
I
cap-
guess.
we talked about how much we liked it, but we didn't really talk about it much.
So I love the beginning of it with
Yeah.
Chris Evans, like you said, like the weird little kid with the CG head.
Yeah, with the CG
Like, it
head,
doesn't
with
look-
like
it
the
doesn't look-
with like the world's smallest body.
Yeah, it doesn't look terrible, but I feel like they kind of like understated, like they tried to, I guess they overstated how small he was.
You know how little people like their legs and arms are like very. They're not skinny really. They have a lot of fat
a
on
lot
them.
of-
like they're
yeah.
thick. Like he was a small person, like not as small as a little person, but like he. Notice I'm not saying the word that you said in our first podcast because I'm trying to be nice. But he was like a little person, but a skinny one. So it just looked. He
Yeah.
looked like a skeleton with skin. Like he didn't look. Like he didn't really fit into his size. I love
Yeah, I feel like they.
Oh yeah, hi. I love how big of a fan Coulson is of Captain America. He's like, you
Cap.
got your cards.
You think you could maybe sign him sometime? And like Captain's like, he's like the most like humble, modest guy ever.
Right. Yeah.
And he's just like, I don't know how to.
And I
I
love
don't
that.
know how to respond to this.
I love that at first in Captain America, he's just a guy there to sell war bonds. Like he's not actually
Yeah.
fighting anybody. He's just like, man, I'm not doing anything. I'm just like hawking war bonds for the government. And then of course Hugo Weaving is Red Skull,
Yep.
and Hugo Weaving's good
That
in
was
anything.
great. Yeah, I absolutely loved the first Captain America.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Like it caught me by surprise because it came out after Thor, and I
Uh-huh.
know that because my dad and I saw Thor and we're like, that wasn't very good. Like the Asgard stuff was cool, but the rest of it kind of sucked. And then we were like, Captain America. Oh wow, that was actually really good.
Yeah,
Like the whole part, with him going around with his gang of guys and all that kind of stuff was cool.
I
and-
loved seeing Tony Stark's dad.
Yeah, that was cool. I'm like, I don't watch any of the TV shows, so I don't watch Shield. I don't
watch
watch
that either,
Agent
no.
Carter. But I like that kind of stuff is tying in because I think it's a cool era. I think World War II, obviously World War II, there's so many stories you could tell, but like World War II with the sci-fi
There's so much.
twist.
There's so much myth to it behind this stuff.
exactly.
too,
Like the
and-
Nazis were working on occult stuff. Okay, well here you go.
Kind of like how Wolfenstein. Once again, Wolfenstein.
Yeah, Wolfenstein. It's essentially Wolfenstein,
Yep.
but with a guy with a shield. Yeah. Yeah, Captain America is great.
Yeah, and we talked about Wolfenstein. What was that 2 weeks ago now? Yeah.
Wolfenstein.
Well, we talked about Doom, but I talked
Yeah,
about
we
Wolfenstein
did talk about
a little bit.
Wolfenstein a little bit. Yeah.
You have to watch the gaming historian talk about Wolfenstein. It's pretty.
Yeah.
I like hearing stuff like that because it's just
Yeah.
awesome. I think we never did change our title on our.
On the Twitch thing?
I think it
No,
still says Mortal Kombat.
it says Mortal Kombat.
Is that keyboard?
Yes, I do.
I'll update that.
Yeah,
real
you want to...
quick.
Alright. I hope I'm typing this. SODE 17.
This Marvel Universe, I guess. So if you're watching this on YouTube at a later time,
I love
gave
you.
him $10 for gas. Is that what that's for? I don't know what the $10 was for, but and he looks.
Alright, you want to click update?
Oh yeah, I love how out of place Captain looks compared to everybody else.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like even him and Bruce Banner, like they're just kind of like Bruce Banner's just wearing like ragged suit, and then Captain's wearing look like he's still like out of like the 50s
Right.
with like his like brown leather jacket and button up shirt with like waist belly button high khakis on.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
He's just like...
Speak nerd, Timmy
Yeah.
Banner.
Fury's just like, yeah, whatever he said.
Do that stuff he just said.
Like, sure.
No, I love Sam Jackson as well as Fury.
Yeah, he's great. Like, and he's an important character, but they don't show him all the time, which is good because I think I'd get tired of him.
I love Sam Jackson like, as much as the next person, but yeah, like you said.
I think they show him the right amount. Oh, look, I'm Hawkeye. I'm a boring white guy. Like that's what I don't like about Hawkeye. Like, he shoots arrows real good. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever you're more interested in the villain than you are the hero, I feel like you might have a problem.
Yeah, like I have no interest in reading any Hawkeye comics or learning anything about Hawkeye. Like Hawkeye's just a real weird.
People
addition
find
to
this. People find it about
I've
me.
got a bow.
Find it weird about me when I talk to like Joe and people, and they talk about Superman. I tell them how much I hate Superman.
Superman's so boring.
Yes. Yes.
As you can tell, I love Batman. Batman's the best.
Okay, so Batman's like my third favorite DC hero behind who? Green Lantern and Flash, of course.
Ugh.
Hal Jordan
God.
and Barry Allen. No,
Yeah.
so my thing with Batman is the fact that I hate how they make him out to be as like almost as invulnerable as Superman because
What?
he's Batman.
No.
No, like
Batman gets hurt all the time.
but I also absolutely hate his fan base.
Yeah.
Like the people that like you go in there and you talk about like how Batman, like how the Flash, no matter what Batman does, he could beat Batman, and Batman, they're like, no, they're not. If he's Batman, Batman always wins. Oh my God, Batman, John Cena.
But see, what I love about Batman is like, dude gets punched and it hurts. And that's why I don't like Superman. I mean, we're on the same page with that. It's like Superman's like, hey, the only thing that hurts Superman are these green crystals.
Yeah, like
Like,
So-
oh, whoop-de-freaking do.
I think we're on the same page because we talked about this. I am excited as can be about Ben Affleck as Batman.
Yeah, he's great.
When they said that Ben Affleck was Batman, I just said, okay.
Yeah, like Ben Affleck is an amazing director,
Yeah.
an amazing actor.
See, the problem
like,
I think
I don't care.
So I think the problem people have with it is they've seen Daredevil.
Right.
And,
No, I don't.
And they've seen like Dogma and like all of like his early stuff, but they have not watched like The Town or that Argo.
Yeah,
Argo. Yes.
Gone Girl.
Yeah, they have not seen I still have seen Gone Girl, but
Hey Tim,
no, you don't have it.
I have it.
I don't want to know. I already have enough of your movies to watch.
I'm just saying I have it.
But like they haven't really like watched those movies to know that Ben Affleck like he
Look,
may have
just whacked that guy in the face.
he looks
Oh,
like a
it's so
crazy
good.
like old person right now. Look
Yeah.
at does, but it looks great. And this is like the greatest thing ever.
Yep.
It's
This is-
it's like Bluetooth but for eyeballs.
Yeah. Oh, it's so gross.
Oh man.
Like this is the part where you're like, oh, Loki was like gonna do
He's
some
just-
evil stuff.
And he's just sitting there smiling about it too.
Yeah,
which
you're
is
like,
even
oh,
better.
Loki's into some evil shit.
Yeah.
Heinrich Schäfer. That's the most German name ever. Anyway, but yeah. So Ben Affleck is an amazing actor.
Amazing director.
Do you know why people don't want him to be in there? It's because he's not Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Is my biggest thing. People are like, Christian Bale's the only Batman. You know why people only really
You know
saw
what?
Batman is because they only saw Dark Knight because everybody was interested after Heath Ledger died.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was going to make a ton of money, but it wasn't going to make as much.
So
and Heath
you're
Ledger
saying
got-
that I agree with you. You're saying that because Heath Ledger died, it made more money.
Yes.
I agree.
I 100% think that's what it is. And that's, and you know, Heath Ledger did great. I just think that people kind of overreacted to that movie.
I think so.
I think it's an amazing movie, but that movie, no one remembers the part where he goes to China. No one remembers the parts at the end where it takes forever. Everyone just remembers like the pencil trick and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like that movie drags in some spots, and I love those movies.
I love Dark Knight. I love Dark Knight Rises. I love Batman Begins. I don't really have a specific order which I like them.
Yeah.
I know that Dark Knight.
1, 3, 2.
I think Dark Knight Rises is probably my least favorite. Like I like the whole like. Anyway, so I was saying. So Heath Ledger as Joker got the same reaction as Michael Keaton did as Batman.
Yeah.
Like, granted, I was not alive at the time. Like, what is it, 1987? Batman came
89.
out? 89?
You were alive.
So I was like 2.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't know what was
Didn't
going
really
on.
matter.
But I watched it many, many years later.
Yeah.
Like, when I was like 6 or 7. And I absolutely loved it.
Oh, yeah.
But then I read many years later whenever the internet came about. And I started just researching random things like that.
Right.
About how people hated him. And, like, they're like, oh, Mr. Mom, Beetlejuice. And I'm like, those are other great movies, you know, Multiplicity and all this good stuff. But him as Batman was like one of the greatest things ever. And
Yeah.
Captain America.
Yeah. Oh, Cap.
I love his outfit.
Yes.
Why does he wear a mask though? Like, everybody knows who he is.
He's a big dude.
Is there any of the superheroes who people don't know their identities in this movie? Because Tony Stark came out and said, I'm
Yeah,
Iron
which
Man.
was awesome.
Like at the end of it, it's like, I am Iron Man.
I mean, it's not like Bruce Banner is like, yeah, I'm the Hulk. But, like, to certain people, he's like, yeah, I'm the Hulk.
Yeah.
Like, no one cares enough about Black Widow or Hawkeye.
And then Thor is a god.
Thor's
so...
not from this earth, so...
And then Captain America is always at the Shield headquarters, so it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah.
But anyways, what we were... Oh, yeah, so Michael Keaton as Batman was great. The Tim Burton movies were fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Jack Nicholson as the Joker was... So, whenever people compare Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger, I feel like you're comparing two different Jokers.
So, I prefer the Jack Nicholson Joker. I think he's more in line with the comics and, especially to me, the animated series. I think he's much more in line with that.
With Mark Hamill's animated
Mark
series?
Hamill's Joker. Oh, yes. This
But I would
part's
say
great.
if you include Mark Hamill as the Joker, I would say he's the best Joker. But he is
Yeah,
like
but he's just
whenever
a voice.
but whenever you think of whenever people think of the Joker, if they look at any
They can move reindeer games. Oh, it's so good.
but whenever you ask like any Batman fan that has watched the animated series, if you ask them who's your favorite Joker, and they're like, "Can I say Mark Hamill?"
Right, yeah.
And they say, "Yeah, Mark Hamill." But
Yeah.
but then after that, I would say I like Heath Ledger's Joker just because he's so gritty and just so
Yeah.
he actually I think he's crazy.
He fits that version of Batman so much better than like you couldn't put the Jack Nicholson Joker.
No,
with
not at all.
the
Yeah.
Christian Bale Batman, which is fine, but I just prefer. I prefer the craziness of the Jack Nicholson one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But like he was just like crazy funny, whereas
yeah,
Heath Ledger was just crazy.
yeah,
Which I like that though, but and then you got Batman Begins. Like I love Scarecrow,
oh, it's such a good one.
which is why I'm really excited for Arkham Knight because Scarecrow is gonna be like besides the
Arkham
Knight.
Arkham Asylum, the Scarecrow
Yeah.
parts were so good.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love Scarecrow.
Then yeah, because he wasn't really. I like how he made a return in
yeah, in the third one.
Dark Knight Rises. He's like
Yeah.
the judge,
Yes.
and I was like, "Where's Heath? Oh wait,
Right.
he's dead."
Yeah. I'm sure they would have had him there.
Oh
if
yeah,
he
they
was
would have
still
had
alive.
yeah.
If not, just have him be a villain again.
But Tom Hardy as Bane was great. Although
Yeah.
I had to see the movie. Oh, I love this. Iron Man versus Thor
Yes.
over Loki.
Like I was just like, yep, not gonna say who I am, just gonna punch you in the face, and I'm gonna leave.
See, when I first saw it, so like I had said, I haven't seen Thor yet. Thor just came in and grabbed Loki and then like flew out of the plane, and I'm just like, why?
Yeah. What just happened?
Like why?
Why am I watching this?
And then Iron Man goes after him, and I'm just like, I don't understand why. Then of course it explains, which is why I liked it so much.
Right.
Because they took into account people like me that missed a movie or two in the series.
There's only one guy. And pretty sure he doesn't dress like that. Oh, that's funny. They're like, I'm a god. I'm in a super suit, and I have a shield.
I guess he's like a meta-human or a superhuman.
Who?
Captain America.
I guess, yeah, since he is biologically engineered.
I absolutely. This is why I started loving Loki so much. Was like this one scene right here
Yeah.
where like him and Thor are arguing, and then like Iron Man just like runs over. He's like, "I'm sorry, what?"
I thought you dead. Bleh, I'm Thor. I have cool hair.
Your father.
Loki.
So this is where I'm starting to figure out. Like as I'm watching the movie, I'm like,
Right.
what?
You're like, oh, now it all makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, because Loki's a frost giant
Yeah,
or
he's
something.
half frost giant.
Yeah.
Yep. That or he's a full frost. I forget. Either way, he's a shapeshifter.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know why, but I just love this scene between Thor and Loki. Like it just feels,
Yeah.
it plays out so well.
Yeah, because it's fun. Because it's like these two gods essentially are on Earth, just worrying about stuff that doesn't matter to what's
Yeah.
the planet that they're on, and then there are these other guys that are like, "What you doing? What's happening?"
This reminds me of Dante and Virgil talking now too, from Devil May Cry.
Oh yeah, kind of. Where he takes over. He's like, "I want to
Yeah.
take over the world," and
It's like now that Mundus is out of the way, we will
Mundus.
take over the world. Wait, what?
No, we won't. You're dead. Odin's son. Yeah, so Age of Ultron, I read the comic book a while ago. It's funny because the comic book, the two biggest characters in it, Wolverine, Sue Storm. Two characters
that?
that are... Huh?
They're in that?
They're the two biggest characters in that. Wolverine, Sue Storm, and Hank Pym, who's Ant-Man, are are like the three biggest characters.
And they're not in it at all.
Because in the
Oh, here it is.
comics, yes.
You listen well, brother. I'm sorry, I just love that scene.
Yeah, no, that part's great. Because in the comic books, Hank Pym is the one that creates Ultron, not Tony
Yeah.
Stark. Which is
Yeah,
kind of
it's Ant-Man.
yeah. Ant-Man creates Ultron. So like Wolverine goes in time to kill Hank Pym, and then killing him sets off all kinds of ricochet events and stuff. But it's weird because they like go meet Metal Man. This scene is like where you were like, okay, Avengers is gonna be good
Yeah.
because it's all of them interacting with
Iron Man versus Thor. Would
Iron
be
Man
like,
versus Old English versus early mid-1900s America.
I love whenever he strikes him with lightning and he's like power capacity at 1,000%.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes.
Does mother knoweth you weareth her drapes?
Metal Man.
Sorry if we stopped talking. This scene.
Yeah, this scene's really good. I mean, it's the part where they all start.
Yeah, here it is, right here.
Power capacity.
400% capacity. How about that?
How about that? Wow.
I like how he just looks like he's like getting electrocuted. He's like,
Yeah.
wait, hang on, I'm fine.
Nah, this is cool. We got it. Then somehow they meet up with Cap.
Yeah, he has a parachute on, but he somehow still gets there.
Yep. Comic books.
Yep. Superheroes, man. I'm telling you.
Yep. Pretty much. Punch. Metal crunching, sensors beeping. I love
Subtitles.
subtitles.
So then between the Avengers and Avengers 2, we had what? One Iron Man, one Thor, and one Captain, right? That's it?
Yep. Yes.
And obviously Captain was both our favorites for those.
Yeah, definitely. Captain, then Iron Man, and then Thor.
See, mine's Captain, then Thor, then Iron Man.
I remember very little of Thor 2. Which I probably should rewatch that before we I'm off.
I love
Look
how
at me,
Captain's
I'm
like
the leader.
mother.
Yeah, he's the leader.
And I like how Loki just stayed this whole time,
Right,
like
he's
didn't
like,
run.
Lay the hammer down. Vibranium. Swing. Boof.
I like how Captain's still just sitting there,
Yep.
like, just fine.
America.
It's the power of America.
America.
See, if that shield had the UK flag on it, it wouldn't have worked.
True. Yes. And somehow it gets cracked because of that poster from
I know.
Age of Ultron. Oh my gosh, what could it be?
Because almost nothing can break vibranium.
Right?
I mean,
Except
Thor's
for
hammer
Wolverine. I don't know.
doesn't. Thor's hammer can't even break it. So
Yeah. It'll be interesting.
but yeah, like the whole time, like I didn't think anything when I first time watched it, but as I watched it again, I was like, why didn't Loki escape? Like, there's
Right.
obviously I already knew what was gonna happen, but
Yeah, it's kind of weird because they're just like gone. He should have just said, "Okay, I'm gone."
but it's that's why kind of like sometimes some movies you have to watch twice because like him looking at Bruce Banner and smiling right there, like that's what he wanted. He wanted Bruce Banner to be on the ship,
Right? Yeah.
and you
Like,
don't
he
realize
wanted
that the
to
first
get
time you watch
captured.
it.
Yeah.
And then by the time you see the scene where he says that that's the reason he was on there, pretty much you forgot about that scene at that point.
Yeah.
that
Exactly.
That little like 3 or 4 second segment.
Right. Like that was weird.
Yeah.
Boing. Can't Loki? No, he can't disappear and reappear. That was just his weird like helmet
Yeah.
and stuff. Boot. Ha ha ha! I'm Loki. Oh, I've heard. Oh, snap. He just looks so awkward. Like, Bruce Banner
Yeah.
looks so awkward. I love it.
I love Bruce Banner though.
His muscles are real big. Thor's muscles are real big.
I love his like combat suit that he wears or whatever, pretty much.
Yeah. Yes, I love I love the looks for all of these characters.
Yeah.
Like, none of them look stupid at all.
So, I love the first trailer they ever released for Age of Ultron, where they were all sitting around Tony Stark's like penthouse,
Right.
and Thor's hammer was in the middle, and all of them were trying to lift
Yeah,
it.
they're trying to lift it.
And like Tony Stark like had his glove on and was trying to lift it or whatever.
People are. I know there's been a lot of rumors that somehow Thor is gonna lose the hammer for a bit, and Captain America is gonna be able to either pick it up or move it, because Thor's hammer picks its owner, not the other way, way around. Which is kind of cool because I've been reading the like newest Thor like comic line, and it's a female Thor because Thor proves himself unworthy and picks a woman. And they had their Thor annual comic written by. Do you know? You know who wrote the Thor annual comic? Are you sure?
No.
He's in this room with us on a shirt.
Oh yeah, CM Punk did.
Yeah, CM Punk wrote it. It was pretty good too.
Was it?
Yeah, I
I
liked
thought
it.
he wrote like a portion of it or something. Like
Yeah, he helped write it. I mean, it wasn't like 100% CM Punk, but
Yeah.
he helped write it, which is pretty cool. Because, I mean, he used to yell, "It's clobbering time,"
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like, it's awesome that
He was like the nerdiest nerd wrestler.
Yeah.
ever.
And he was like,
Because remember when I saw this shirt that I have on, the comic book one? Like,
Yeah.
when I saw him come out with that, I was like, I have to own that shirt.
right, yeah,
And I got it like a week or two later.
yeah. And your brother's crazy. He's adopted.
That's like the best. Like I said, I love the subtlety of
Yeah.
this movie. Like, none of it's like standout, like, comedy, like 21 Jump Street or whatever, where
Right.
it's like,
No hard feelings, Point Break. That's too good.
Man is playing Galaga. Doesn't he go back to
He
playing?
turns. Oh God, he's so good. Raise the mizzenmast, tend the jib sails.
That man's playing Galaga.
That man is playing Galaga.
Last night.
Oh man, he's great. Robert Downey Jr. is so perfect for that role.
Yeah.
I'm glad he has been able to recover from his awful addictions and all that, because
Yeah.
these movies would not be the same without Robert Downey Jr.
So have you seen
I mean, Iron Man like kickstarted all these movies.
Mhm.
So it was just, and it was kind of random because like, you think about it, like Iron Man, people know who Iron Man is, but
Yeah.
like,
he wasn't he's not the
name
biggest.
an Iron Man villain.
Yeah. No.
Like Whiplash, I guess, only because I know that that's the guy's name from the movie. But like,
Mhm.
I could not name you a single Iron Man villain. Like Iron Man's biggest enemy is like
So
himself.
that's
is his like alcoholism.
So that's the issue I have with the TV show Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Green Arrow is that like there's almost no Arrow villain. It's all
Right.
Batman villains. You have Ra's al Ghul. I mean, I guess there's the Black Arrows, but that's the only one. But then you have like Deathstroke.
Yeah.
There's like 2 or 3 others. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. Oh, he's playing Galaga.
Yeah.
There he goes again.
That man is playing Galaga. Whoop.
But yeah, I'm just trying to think now who else was in there. But like in Arrow, like it's all Batman villains, which is just weird. So there's no way that, as far as like the Justice League goes, like they can't bring the Flash from the TV show. I know they're bringing a Flash, but
Yeah.
they can't bring the one from the TV show because then if they wanted to bring like Deathstroke or Ra's al Ghul in, which Ra's al Ghul is like pretty much like one of the biggest reappearing Batman villains besides, maybe the Joker.
Yeah.
But
And that's the thing is like, and that's part of why Batman is so good is because everybody knows like
the villains.
at least 3 Batman villains.
So did you read the City of Owls?
Yep.
Was it 2 or 3 comic books? I think it was 3 series.
Yeah, the Court of Owls.
Yeah, they were amazing.
Yeah.
Those were, yeah. I read all those and I was like, holy crap, this is amazing.
Speaking of that, that's why I'm excited for Batman vs Superman. Or what is it? Superman versus Batman or Batman versus Superman?
Whatever.
Batman should come first because he's better. But anyway, that's why it's gonna be like The Dark Knight Returns, which is one of the best comic series.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ever.
Because it looks like, I never read the comic, but I watched the 2-part animated movie. That had,
Those
like-
are really good.
Yeah.
By the way, like those are insane.
They're violent too, because
Yeah, they are.
Because Batman actually kills the Joker in that.
Yep.
Like he actually straight up kills him. Like
Yep.
he has to, but
Right.
and then he like goes on to fight Superman, and it was like the craziest thing ever. Because whenever they showed that one picture of Ben Affleck dressed as Batman next to his Batmobile,
Yeah.
first thing I said was like, it looks a lot like the Dark Knight Returns Batman setup, like Batman outfit, and it was, which was still, I think that they could just do that and do a movie, and instead of calling it the Dark Knight Returns, just call
Right.
it Batman versus Superman or whatever.
Right. Yep.
And that would be great.
But it's gonna be so.
But Wonder Woman's supposed to be in it too, isn't she?
Yeah.
Because
Somehow.
she's whoever, I can't remember who it is now. I don't
Gal Gadot Gadot. I don't know how to pronounce her last name,
I don't
but
know.
she was in Fast 5 and Fast and Furious 6.
Oh, was it Han's girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She was good in those. I mean,
Just say Han's girlfriend. I don't know who you're talking about.
I don't know what her name was in those movies.
She died.
Yeah, she did.
So did
It's
Han.
funny because like Fast and Furious, like I know the names of the characters in the Marvel movies because everyone knows them. But like some people have like this weird knowledge of like all the characters from different movies. Like
Yeah.
of all the movie series, I know the characters' names from Fast and Furious like some of the best. Like it's really weird. It's really weird for a movie series that started out so basic.
No, Fast and the Furious was a great series.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at the little. I love the little like hood when he's not wearing his mask.
Oh yeah,
up.
just down.
Yeah. It's such a little teeny tiny hood for Cap. His hair is impeccably
Impeccably good for.
impeccably good and combed.
He's definitely not taking a shower since he got off
no,
the ship.
the
So it was-
oils in his hair are great.
Yeah. Yeah, seeing Tony Stark with Bruce Banner.
Oh, that was so cool.
Dude, I cannot wait till we get to that age of technology.
Where he literally slides the thing across the screen.
So
like
yeah,
that.
what is it? Pretty much like the Amazing Spider-Man movies, how they do that stuff.
Yeah,
Like how they're just like, here it is.
right.
just like they just like
Uh-huh.
hand it to him pretty much.
Yeah. I'm very excited that they are putting Spider-Man in the Marvel Universe.
Yes, I'm so glad.
Because I like Spider-Man 1's okay. Spider-Man 2 is really, really good. Spider-Man 3 is god awful.
Oh, the Tobey Maguire
Yep.
ones. Yeah.
The Amazing Spider-Man I liked. Amazing Spider-Man 2 I thought was okay. The only thing I really liked about those movies
thought
though were
the-
the actors.
I thought that what was it, Emma Watson
no,
playing or
Emma
playing,
Stone.
Yeah, Emma Stone.
She was really good.
I hated how they killed her. I thought it was the dumbest thing ever.
She dies in the comic books a lot.
I know, but it's just like
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
having her die because she fell down the bell tower and then I don't
yeah,
know.
like that's a thing that happens in the comics. But like the best parts of that movie were the interactions between her and Andrew Garfield. Like
yeah.
those were like the redeeming qualities of those movies, and then they're gone. So now
Who
I'm
is
kind of
Emma
glad.
Watson? Is that Hermione?
Yeah.
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 I always get them two mixed up.
The hotter one,
Yes.
but they're both hot. But you know, whatever.
Yes.
Anyway,
It's not creepy to say they're over 18 now.
they're like my age.
Yeah.
You're a little old, creepy old man. Anyway,
Dude, I'm like 2 years older
I
than
know
you.
it's just
3
fun to
years older than
say
you.
because everybody's older than me.
Yeah. Not
But
Stone.
yeah, so I'm no, he's a child. But I'm excited because like in the Civil War comics, which is what the next Iron Man Captain America thing is, which is kind of cool that they're teaming up. He plays a huge role because he's like on the side of registration,
Yeah.
the superheroes, and he's the one that unmasks, and so everyone knows who he is.
Yeah,
so
Spider-Man.
he's like, so
Yeah.
he's super important.
Yeah, because my
So-
friend when I used to read comics way back, like I got into comics really heavy, like 2005, 2006, because I had a friend that literally collected comics. Like
Yeah.
he had a full room, like about the size of your living room, just like with racks and boxes of comics.
Which is crazy.
And he was talking about that, and he was like, "Oh my god!" So the Civil War comic, he went on the whole thing about registering,
Yeah.
not registering, and how Iron Man was pro-registering, and who else was it that was like the big anti-register?
Captain America. Captain America.
Yeah, and he's like, and Spider-Man was kind of like the middle guy for the longest time, and then he just sided with Tony Stark one
Yep.
day, and he just
Picked up.
unmasked, and he's like, "I'm Spider-Man," and it's like,
Yep.
"Oh my god, it's Peter
Yeah,
Parker."
so I'm glad he's gonna be in there.
Yeah.
I know it'd be crazy.
I'm trying to explain to Coulson what one of the beasts are up in Asgard.
Yeah.
And he's just like, the big thing with the big old.
The trouble
No, nothing.
everything.
Okay.
His arms are so big, like good
Yeah.
grief. Do you know who he's married to? I just found
28-inch pythons, brother.
out. You know who
Everything
he's
goes
married
back to
to
wrestling,
actually?
doesn't it?
I found out
Who's
recently.
that?
He's married to the girl that Dom falls in love with in the Fast and Furious 5. That's what the Brazilian cop. Everything comes back to Fast and Furious. Which
and wrestling.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson did.
Which comes back to wrestling.
Yes. It's the best. Like, my 3 favorite things: wrestling, video games, and, like, movies and comics. Like, all that kind of stuff. Damn, that was 4. I couldn't figure. I was like, man, as I was saying, I was like, oh, damn, that's 4 things.
Video games, movies, and wrestling for me. I wish I watched more wrestling, but I don't have that much free time to watch Lucha Underground.
Oh my god, my freaking DVR
Didn't
DVR it this week when it was the Trios Championship, essentially tag teams with their all 3 people, and then it didn't record Ring of Honor last week. Ring of Honor's not my favorite, but
see, some of my friends, they watch all that stuff, but I instead of watching all that, I play video games.
yeah, and so like literally, I watch Raw every Monday. I watch NXT every Wednesday. Lucha Underground's on Wednesday.
I need to get
but
cable back.
I don't watch that until Sunday morning when I watch Ring of Honor and Lucha Underground, so I can DVR them. They're both an hour long, so they're both like 40 minutes long, so it's really not that long.
I watch Raw. I've been watching NXT, which thank you for that, because NXT is pretty amazing.
So good. Sasha Banks.
Yep. I didn't really like the Divas fight this week, though. Like, I liked the fight, but I did not like the outcome.
I'm glad Becky Lynch is getting a shot, but like it was just so weird that it was like, really? She didn't like you would have thought, unless Charlotte was supposed to like not have seen it, like Charlotte would have just like stopped the figure 4 and would have just like kicked her. So that she wouldn't. Whatever. It was kind of weird.
Well, I didn't like how Bailey was like flailing.
Yeah.
And then like she gets covered and she just sits there like.
Yeah, that was really weird.
And I'm done.
It's okay. You know why it wasn't that great? Because Sasha wasn't in it. She's the best. But then Sami Zayn is gonna fight.
Oh man, I am falling in love with Sami Zayn.
He's the best, man.
No homo, but no. I want to see. So I would like to see Neville. I don't want to see them bring Zayn over too quick, because I don't want to see like them move like. Because like if they move Zayn, then they move Owens, then you have Neville, Owens, and Zayn.
Right.
Then all you have you have Hideo and Finn Balor.
Yep.
And what's the selfie guy?
Tyler Breeze.
Yeah. So then you have like 2 people instead of like 5 or 6 on NXT.
Yeah.
We already have John Cena, Seth Rollins, Randy Orton.
Yep.
Daniel Bryan's going out for a couple weeks, but he'll be back.
I hope. Man. Oh man, I'm scared.
Brock Lesnar will be back soon, I'm sure. Like, and he'll probably come back. I think he's gonna come back around SummerSlam.
Yeah, he will.
But and now we have Neville that's gonna be coming up. Sheamus is back, and then you got Dean Ambrose. So you have all these people. Like, there's no reason to flood the roster.
Give Dean Ambrose a push before you bring up all these new guys.
Yeah,
like Neville's Dean great Ambrose, right now. Like Neville
give Dean Ambrose the Intercontinental title.
Yes, give him that title and let Neville work up to get the U.S. title. Yeah. Like, that would be awesome. I would love that.
Let John Cena fight somebody like that he has never. Yeah. That he's not used to fighting. He's used to fighting like the bigger guys. Like, if he fights like a high flyer, he's kind of like, what? Yeah.
Like, it would be cool to see him fight Neville. But anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, like.
Back to Marvel.
Yeah. NXT is really good. You brought the monster. Haha, that was the information I wanted. I lied to you.
What?
That's okay.
I love Loki.
Right. What? Doesn't this just end up being like a trick on his part? Kind of. Yeah. Because he like gets out or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, we finally get to see the Hulk. Oh, I love these parts.
Yep.
I can't wait to watch the Hulk versus Iron Man in the Hulk Buster.
So I guess there was like, you get to see like most of that scene on YouTube, but I have done everything I can to avoid it.
Yeah.
Because like I'm not, so I don't know if you agree with me. I don't know if you're on the same page as me with this. Like, I will watch a trailer or 2. I don't go out looking for extra information on the movie. I don't go out looking for like behind the scenes looks. In-depth analysis of the trailers. I watched the trailer once or twice, maybe 3 times. I watched the other trailer 2 or 3 times, and then I go see the movie. I don't like to try and ruin the movie for myself.
I will watch any trailer that they put out.
Well,
And,
yeah,
like
any,
some
yeah,
of the
any TV spot or trailer.
and if
Usually
they show
TV spots are
scenes
just,
from the movie, I will watch it.
I don't watch those.
Like I watched the Hulkbuster Hulk fight, that one that they put up, just because I already knew it was gonna happen in the movie.
Yeah.
Because it's in the trailer.
Well, yeah, I saw that, but I
And
was
for
like,
the most
I don't want to
part,
see anything.
and like for the most part, they're gonna put that kind of stuff in. But I will watch that. But like, I don't find the behind the scenes stuff all that interesting. Like,
I do like. Well, not so much for like the CG movies anymore, but like older movies. So like,
the new James Bond movie, when it comes out, Spectre, they released a behind the scenes thing where they were in like the mountains or whatever they were in shooting the movie. That was cool because it was like, oh, look at the crazy set we're at.
yeah,
But like this, it'd be like, oh, look at this green screen, and we're in New York.
yeah,
Like, oh, what they do?
like I like watching behind the scenes for movies that have like that use practical effects.
Like Inception.
Yeah,
That movie's crazy. Or like how in The Dark Knight, back to Batman, where they flipped that truck.
yep,
Like that was a thing. That was a real thing.
yeah, no.
Like that kind of stuff. But
That whole so Dark Knight. The problem I have with the Dark Knight, you kind of mentioned it before,
Yes.
was whenever you thought the movie was over, there was still like 45 minutes to an hour left.
The Dark Knight Rises is a longer movie by about 30 minutes, and I think it goes by faster than The Dark Knight.
So the Dark Knight, I think the Dark Knight, it starts off so fast.
Yeah.
Like it just there's no real crawl or walk. It's just go, go, go.
Yep.
But then you get to the point where Joker gets arrested,
Yep.
and you're thinking, that the movie's almost over, and then
Right.
there's still like an hour to go. Like
Yep.
he still has Rachel and Dent, and then like, oh, now Dent's Two-Face, and now you got all this other subplot going on, which was great. But I would rather them have made Two-Face not do anything in that movie and maybe come back in the next movie.
Right.
And maybe be like the beginning villain that is there for like 25 minutes before
Right.
Bane shows up.
Yeah.
But of course, I mean, they have their own agendas, which, Christopher Nolan did a fantastic job on those movies.
Yeah, and it ended up
All three
working
of them.
out well. Where
Yeah.
you
There
know,
was, take off the suit, what do you have? Genius,
Right.
billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
Yeah.
You name it, I got it.
Right.
Because he's right, though. He is.
Yeah. So yeah, like that movie. I mean, they had to do it like kill off Two-Face just because then it sets up the whole like, oh, we're making Harvey Dent the hero and we're making Batman the
Yeah.
villain, and then blah blah blah.
Well, yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. I mean, if I would have watched the movie, I would have known that, but
Yeah.
just don't think about it now.
Yeah. Oh man, this movie is so good. Now let's just fight people. So we are. How far are we into this movie? And we have had like.
We've been streaming
Part of a
for
fight?
an hour and a half.
So this movie is halfway through. It's an hour and 11 minutes into
And we've
a
had
2 hour
one
and 22
fight.
movie, and we've had like 2 half fights.
Yeah.
So this
That's
is why
the
I
only
hate
problem.
Hawkeye. Hey guys, I've got it. I'm a god. Hey guys, I have a super suit. Hey guys, I'm the Hulk. Hey guys, I have a bow and arrow.
And I'm really good.
And there's like different arrow types that I shoot.
Yeah.
You people are so petty and tiny.
He's like, and petty.
And tiny.
And tiny.
What is this coffee? Shh, bring me more.
Yeah, so that's the stuff that I loved in the
Hulk,
first movie.
Hulk. Yeah, and like that part was cool, but the fact that like Natalie Portman's character and like the Warriors 3 had to be there kind of sucked.
Mm-hmm.
But I love that line. Put a bullet in my mouth and the other guy spit it out. Ugh. Moss Hulk. Moss Hulk. I can't. Guns. Oh, sorry. Oh my god.
See, I don't care about any of Captain America's powers, like super strength, super speed. The only thing I would want is to age really slowly. I would
Just
love
to
to
be
live.
encased in ice for 80 years or whatever.
Well, no, even like outside of that, he lives for like a couple hundred years, doesn't he?
I don't know.
Like he just ages like really
Put on the
slow.
suit. Yeah. That's so good. What do you got? Take off the suit. You got nothing. Put on the suit. Oh man. Ooh. Oh no, Coulson.
Yeah.
Coulson.
So the Hawkeye just attacked the ship and took down an engine.
Yep.
And now, oh yeah, here we go.
Yes, the best part.
Banner is turning into the Hulk.
Yes. Guys. I have a bow and arrow. Aren't
Listen
I
to
cool?
me.
I also have blue eyes because of the Tesseract. And I really like Jeremy Renner too. I think he's great.
He's
It's
in
just
the
that Hawkeye's
Born whatever one.
the newest one. I didn't see that one.
Oh.
He is in
Is it Ultimatum or?
Conspiracy?
Oh. This
Is that
doesn't
the video game?
This
I don't
doesn't. It doesn't feel right without like AC/DC playing
Yes.
as he like opens up the thing.
Or Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
One of the two.
So if
Yeah,
you,
I have overalls on.
so this setup will be using something similar to this in what is it like 2-3 weeks from now?
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Something I don't know about.
Tom's birthday is coming up the 16th of May,
The 18th.
18th.
That's good, though. That's pretty
Because
close.
one
I
time I
have
was trying
friends
to
that
think,
I've known for my like entire life that I
I just
on
know
my
it's the
birthday.
day before Witcher comes out.
Yes.
And I was trying to think. No, the 16th is the day we're doing the show. That's what it was.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. So 3 weeks from today, we're doing this show, and I'm getting Tom a birthday present. It's gonna be a video game, and we're gonna sit here and play it for about 2.5, 3 hours.
Oh God, what is it?
I can't tell you, but
Oh man, I'm kind of nervous because earlier you said you were gonna buy me Duck Dynasty,
it's not Duck Dynasty.
which scares me. So you said this one is actually a good game. Is this
It's a
actually
great
good?
game.
It's
You're
a
gonna
great
like it.
game. Uh-oh.
You're gonna like it.
Either I'm going to be scared or
I'll bring my Super Nintendo over.
huh? I already have a Super Nintendo over here, so you don't need to.
Oh, okay then.
But oh geez, another hint.
Maybe I'm just misleading you now. You don't know.
Are we playing Doom on the Super Nintendo?
I do have it.
I know, 'cause we talked about it. Okay.
No, 2 weeks would be. 3 weeks would be a lot
I'll
of fun.
find out. Yep.
Yep.
I'm excited. El Capitan de USAA.
Podcast freeze?
I don't know. Yep, it did. But
Oh,
that's
no.
probably my internet. I think I don't think we actually froze. I think just
Can't really hit the refresh button.
hold on.
Press enter. Press A!
Press F5.
Yep.
Captain America, Super Gymnast. Yeah, we're still online and all that.
Okay, yeah.
I love the part where Tony Stark like goes inside and he goes woo.
Just, oh my god!
Look!
Oh, we got commercial.
It's the new Asian-inspired drop.
I had to mute it.
I don't want that.
But it
Panera
said
commercial.
it said it was muted. And it started making
well,
sounds.
when I reloaded it, it probably just kind of
I don't know.
redid it. Whatever. Not a big deal. Ooh, Hulk! First shot of the Hulk. Looks so good.
So what are you like most excited about for Age of Ultron, I guess?
So reading the Ultron comics and all that, like I really just want to see what they make Ultron out to be, because like in the comics he literally like takes over the world and like people die, like a bunch of superheroes are dead. So I really want to see how they make Ultron out to be, and I want to see what they do with the Hulk, because I've heard rumors of the Planet Hulk thing, and you know they aren't making a standalone Hulk, at least not yet. So it's, you know, it'll be interesting to see what he does. And especially since Ultron has like all these clones and all that kind of stuff, like how
Yeah.
are they going to take down a robot that is constantly learning and evolving and is smarter than any human?
Yeah.
And somehow they're going to do it. And I'm sure Vision has a lot to do with it. because Vision is very important in the comics for it. But yeah, I really want to see how what they make Ultron out to be. If he's like actually menacing, or if he's just kind of dorky for and crappy for being like a thing that's smarter than any human ever and can like do anything. Like if they make him too easy to defeat, it's gonna kind of suck.
I'm on the other fence. So I'm just excited to see all the characters back together again.
Yeah,
that's what I'm excited about.
So the only thing I'm kind of worried about is that, and I've heard some people talking about this, is that like Joss Whedon has a very distinct style.
Knockout.
That was awesome. I love the slow mo there.
I love Thor knocking
yes
Hulk upside the head.
Yep. And Hulk's just like, yep, never mind, I'm good. So Joss Whedon is very, I'm quirky.
I love this.
Yeah.
This just proves Hulk can't get the hammer up.
Yep. He's all about like character interactions and making, the dialogue good and all that kind of stuff, which is good, and it needed to be for people to like the characters, but like it's kind of evolved beyond that. Like like Winter Soldier was so good. That was like just a spy movie.
Yeah.
That just so happened to be about, Captain America and the Marvel Universe and stuff. And I'm glad that those directors are doing Infinity War, which is after this one where it's Guardians of the Galaxy and Thanos and all that kind of stuff. So I really like the characters interacting, but I'm just a little afraid that like what they did in Captain America 2 is not necessarily going to show through as well.
Yeah. Because it's no problem if you get like so many big figures on one movie. It just gets...
Right. So like if I never had to see Maria Hill again in these movies, I'd be happy. Maybe it's partially due to the fact that I hate the show How I Met Your Mother. And so since How I Met Your Mother is in this movie, yeah. But anyway, like I just don't. The interesting part in these movies to me are the actual heroes. Like I don't really care about just the humans. The humans, except for Nick Fury because he's important because he runs S.H.I.E.L.D. And like he's a hero in everything, but. Like, I can't wait till they're in space.
Hulk jumping
it's
in
literally
F5.
Oh, that's so cool.
Or an F-16, I don't know what that is, but...
A big military plane.
I love how the guy,
It's a VTOL, too. Yeah. It's got the vertical takeoff with the weird thing in the back.
He's got I like how he ejects right here.
Yeah.
And then, like, the Hulk still, like, grabs the chair.
He's literally just ripping... Yeah. And he's just ripping this plane apart.
Grabs the chair and throws the guy.
Yeah. Yeah, the Hulk is great. I freaking love the Hulk. But yeah, I can't wait till they're just in space. It's Tony Stark, it's Iron Man, it's Captain America, it's Thor versus, with the Guardians of the Galaxy versus Thanos. Like,
boom, rejected.
Like, I cannot wait until it's just like a bunch of crazy, comic book nonsense.
That was some Richard Sherman stuff right there.
Richard Sherman. Oh, the Seahawks guy? That's sports.
Well, he just jumped and like batted the grenade away.
Captain America doesn't look at him not trying to kill anybody.
He threw a guy out of the plane.
Yeah, but he's not trying to kill him with guns. That's not heroic. Throwing him off of an exploding plane, no, that's heroic.
He's trying to save their lives.
Oh, look, guys, I have an arrow. I'm gonna shoot it fast.
I love how this one I hear like how he just has like that.
I have an arrow and it tracks into your computer. Like, come on.
I absolutely hate that because it's like, oh, this one thing and then the two things and it's good.
Yeah. Oh man, I have an arrow. Agents clamoring. Yeah.
You got Black Widow just hanging out, crying on the floor.
Yep. I forget, why is she all like... Is it because the Hulk was coming after her, I guess?
Yeah.
Aw, yeah.
I love Iron Man.
Yep.
That's why it's really hard for me to like DC, it's pretty easy for me to rate my favorite superheroes.
Yeah.
But Marvel, for some reason, it seems like to me, like, personally, it's just really difficult. Like...
Yeah.
Like, I love Captain America because he's, like, got that leader personality, which I really like.
Yeah.
Because, like, Every time I've ever taken like one of those, which Marvel superhero quiz are you? I'm always Captain America, no matter what.
You doofus.
Yeah.
Thor.
But what was I saying? But like, as far as like who my favorite is, it's really hard for me to
Hawkeye.
tell. Yeah, not Hawkeye. Dude can be evil and like have his mind taken over, but then all of a sudden he gets hit upside the head and he's fine.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Fight between regular people. Oh, cool. This is the part where it's like, yeah, do we really have to do this?
Dude can hit anything in the world, but he can't hit a woman
Right,
that's like
next to
6
him.
feet in front of him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. She's a super spy.
I love that. Hey, it actually-
he's just like,
He's like, is it gonna do what he said it does? Yeah. Go. Move away, please. Move away, please. Look at how big that thing is. Like,
Yep.
what in God's name is that thing?
the Destroyer. That's what that big silver monster
Really?
thing is.
Oh, that's a horrible, awful name. And then it's got a weird scope on it. Like, it's got like a huge scope. I remember seeing this part and just immediately like, what?
That did not just happen.
Also, like, I guess Loki can't transport
I do love
through
his,
the thing,
No.
I guess.
I do love, though, how he's just like, when he finally shoots off the gun, he's like, so that's what it does.
Yeah.
Just
Oh.
calm as can be. Like, he's about
Oh.
to die, and
Right. Right. Oh, so that's what it does. I am Thor, hear me roar. Swing. Oh, this part is so cool.
yeah. How he's like trying to hit it, but like he
Yeah.
just keeps barely missing.
Groans in pain.
And
You know what this superhero movie needs? A knife fight between
Yeah.
regular people. Like Captain America versus Bucky versus the Winter Soldier. And Winter Soldier, like, that's fine because they're both regular dudes, pretty much. They're like somewhat genetically
Yeah.
altered. But in this, it's like, guys, there's the Hulk, and then let's watch two normal people fight with knives. Natasha? Hey, we
now
fought.
he's
Now I'm good.
And he's falling and
Ding
falling
dong,
and
ding dong.
falling and falling and he's like, I'm gonna hit it and I'm gonna miss.
Swing.
Then he gets out. This is awesome. I love whenever he gets
Yep.
out.
Boof. Yeah, that was awesome. Oh, yeah. Huh. You're going to lose. I love how calm Coulson is at all times. You're going to lose.
You lack conviction.
Boom.
That fucking thing is awesome.
Wow.
So that's what it does.
So that's what it does.
They're like 3 miles in the sky.
Yep, I guess. Meanwhile, Captain America is still out on the ledge.
Still
Tony
hanging.
Stark is still just pushing. Oh, I love this where the Hulk catches it. Ah, so good. Swing, swing.
I love Iron Man, dude.
Yep. I'm kind of in a bad spot. Luckily, that guy went to bad guy school of shooting.
He must have went to the Stormtrooper Academy.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Just uh-oh. I just like how he flies. I think I like how Iron Man flies. Like,
Yeah, they made it look so
Good.
realistic and natural.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know, he doesn't just go straight up. He's like kind of like, whoa, he's kind of got to
Yeah.
stabilize himself first. Like, yeah, I love the way they always do that. Mm-hmm. Luckily, I'm not on the couch. Should be asleep.
Yep.
The God rabbited. I'll be back in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Is he actually back in that?
Yeah, he's like one of the main characters, but I don't know how. Like, I know the first season's on Netflix. I've not watched a single episode of that. I feel like I should at least watch the first one, just be like, how the hell is he still alive? But.
So this year we got Age of Ultron.
Yep.
Next year we got. Well, I'm thinking about just like the next year we have the Batman versus Superman.
Yep.
And there's gonna be a Guardians 2.
I think that's 2018, 2019.
Is that after Infinity Wars?
No. There's a timeline.
What else do we have for Marvel? Civil War, you said.
Ant-Man might be in Infinity War. All right, got it.
Ant-Man's in July, right?
Yes. So, Civil War is May 2016. Oh, come on, load, you dumb thing. For real? You gonna be stupid? You worked earlier. Okay. Here we go. So Civil War is May 2016. Guardians 2 is May 2017. Black Panther is November 2017. Captain Marvel, which will be really cool, is July 2018.
Isn't Dwayne Johnson?
No, he's a DC guy. He is in Shazam.
Oh, Shazam, that's what I was
Black
thinking.
Adam.
That's you said Captain Marvel, I was thinking of
Oh, I goofed. I wasn't reading these right. I was gonna say, why is there only one in 2018? Civil War is 2016. Doctor Strange is also 2016 in November, which that's got Benedict Cumberbatch. He's good. That'll be good. Guardians 2 is May of 2017. Thor Ragnarok is July 2017. Dang, 2017 has 3 movies. Because Black Panther is November. Avengers Part 1, Infinity War Part 1 is May 4th, 2018. Captain Marvel's July 6th, 2018.
Fox Lena. Thanks for the follow.
Nice. Sweet. Inhumans is November 2018. Avengers Infinity War Part 2 is May 2019. So we've got Civil War, Doctor Strange next year. Guardians 2, Thor 3, Black Panther in 2017. Avengers Infinity War in 2018, along with Captain Marvel and Inhumans. And then Avengers Part 2 is 2019.
And I think the one I'm excited. I'm excited. We talked about DC a little bit ago. Suicide Squad.
I'm not.
I am very excited for Suicide Squad. I don't care if everybody says you can make fun of what's his name, Jared Leto's Joker look right now.
It looks so dumb.
I don't care about that. I don't think that's the finalized look. I think that's just a picture.
It just looks like we're trying so hard to make him look crazy. Like,
no, I don't.
Somebody
like
said it best. I think. I don't think the Joker would be able to sit still long enough to get a tattoo.
Yeah.
Like the Joker would just be like, I've got to do something. I got to be here. I got to leave. Like, I think Jared Leto is great. Like, I think he's a great actor, but I just don't. I don't particularly like the look, and like.
I don't think that's gonna be a finalized look though. So
I'm glad that they got Margot Robbie or whatever to do what's her name, Mr. J.
Harley Quinn.
Because that'll be good. But then like I don't know any of those other characters. Like I watched the DC animated one.
Yeah.
The Assault on Arkham, but I don't know any of those other characters.
Say, have you seen the Amazing Spider-Man 2 at the end? No, that wasn't. I think it's something else now. I'm thinking of that.
I mean, with Paul Giamatti as Rhino.
Yeah. That
part.
That
so
squad.
dumb.
What's that? all the something six, the Sinister Six.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were supposed to make a movie with that too, but I think that all
I
got
don't think that's
canceled.
happening now.
Yeah. So what I hated about the previews for Amazing Spider-Man 2 is they made it out to Rhino being like this huge villain in the movie,
He's in
and he
there
wasn't at all.
Yeah,
It was
he's in it
terrible.
for like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
still.
like his character's in there for like, was that like the initial bank robbery that Spider-Man stops,
And then at the end,
and then at the very
when he
end,
comes back.
and that's it. But
Yep.
I thought the ending was great because you had that little kid out there ready to stand up and fight,
Yeah.
and Spider-Man's like, "Hey, buddy."
Right.
I was like, greatest scene in the movie right there, just
Yeah.
because him coming back or whatever. But
It'll be interesting to see once they cast the who Spider-Man's going to
yeah,
be and which Spider-Man it's going to be. 'Cause
that's
there's a lot of
the
options.
that's the one amazing thing I love about it is just like there are
The
so
Amazing
many,
Spider-Man.
not that, well that, but how there's so many different incarnations and different universes to where there's like all these different characters and stuff like.
So I read the Superior Spider-Man, which is where Doc Ock switches bodies
I've
with
heard about that, yeah.
with Spider-Man. It's really good, but like so Peter Parker is like in his mind, like, oh man, he can tell like what Doc Ock's doing, and he can see it, but he can't influence anything. But then Miles Morales, who is not Miles Morales, Miguel, I forget his name is, but Spider-Man 2099 from the
Yeah.
future, like they interact and stuff, and then I know that there's a huge storyline with all the Spider-Men from all the different universes have come together, which is pretty
And
cool.
that'd be crazy.
But yeah, there's so many different cool incarnations of it. I kind of wish they'd do Miles Morales, because he's like a black teenager Spider-Man, which would be cool. It'd just be different,
Yeah, it would be.
So just like
Well, that's kind of like
another black guy.
so the Fantastic Four trailer,
Yeah.
the new one, the Human Torch. I never read any of the
Michael B.
Fantastic
Jordan.
Four comic books,
yeah.
but I'm used to, like we said before, the Chris Evans
Mm-hmm.
as the Human Torch, and then they have like a black guy as the Human Torch. And I'm not savvy on the comic books for Fantastic Four, but
Either, but
I'm not sure if there ever was a different universe where there was a black Human Torch.
which is cool. I mean,
Well,
Michael
yeah,
B.
it's-
Jordan's an amazing actor.
Yeah.
So like,
But I like the fact that they're not using like huge actors for these movies.
yeah, like the three main. I know we talked about this. Like Kate Mara, Miles Teller, Michael B. Jordan are all like really good actors that are like on the rise. Like,
Yeah.
obviously Kate Mara was in House of
Well,
Cards for the first season, which a lot of people have
The
seen.
good thing about them being so young is if they decide to make it into like another type of series or
Right.
to somehow eventually, I don't know if it ever happened, but tie into the Marvel universe, they're young enough to where they can do that. They're not like running
Oh
on
yeah,
like,
they're all like
Yeah.
20s.
we got to make these guys look young.
Right, yeah. And they all do look young.
Yeah. Kind of like Chris Hemsworth trying to look like he was supposed to be like a college student in
Yeah. it
Cabin
did-
in the Woods.
Then again, that movie was made like 5 years ago or
Yeah,
something.
it was made like in 2009, 2010.
Yeah. Just
And
didn't get...
they were fighting, Josh Whedon was fighting not making it 3D.
yeah.
And the studio wanted it 3D. Then eventually they said, just release this movie.
Right.
We're not
We made
making
this
any
movie.
money off of it right
It's
now.
got Thor in it,
Yeah.
which is kind of funny. That it was like, hey, we've got Thor before he's Thor.
Yeah.
Yes. Truck Gator? Hey.
That's me. I love Tony Stark.
Stark Tower.
Yeah, I like to call them by their characters' names, not like I love Robert Downey Jr. I
Yeah.
do love Robert Downey Jr., but I love Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark.
Yeah. I can, because I shoot bows real good. I'm shooting bow real good, guy.
You got a suit?
Then suit up.
Yeah,
Thor,
give him the
quit
armor.
creating tornadoes. God dang it. Just messing with everybody's ecosystem.
I don't care if anybody says like them all walking together looks cool, but the Guardians scene where they're all walking together looks 1,000 times
Yes.
better. Because you got Rocket just like,
Yeah.
just my crotch.
Yes, and the music is so good in that movie.
I own the soundtrack to that. It's like
Oh, yeah,
that's one of
definitely.
the few soundtracks that I actually went out of my way to purchase.
Oh
Like,
yeah, for sure.
yeah.
For sure.
I still don't think Corey's seen that movie, which is really depressing.
I might have seen that movie about 12 times by now. Like, I'll just watch it. I'll just, like, put it on and do stuff, and it'll just, like, no matter what, it's fun. I've gotten friends that aren't into comic book movies or, like, action movies even at all, and they're like, this movie's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, this movie is great. Plus, I got the rad steelbook that looks like the cassette tape from the movie.
Mm-hmm. They only made a couple hundred of those, didn't they? Or thousands?
A couple thousand, I think.
Yeah.
Because I went to Best Buy, because I live right next to Best Buy.
Yeah, that
at
morning
like,
you said.
At like 10 minutes after it opened, and I got one of the last copies.
Jesus.
In freaking Indiana. Like, who here pays attention to this stuff other than us? It's just funny.
It's like Amiibos.
I'm done with that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I will look, like, if I'm in the store, I will look for them, but I do not
I have a
go
friend
out of
that
my
says
way.
he has an Amiibo problem, and he only has like 9, and they're mostly like common ones. The most uncommon one he has is Rosalina, which is
Nice.
pretty uncommon right
Yeah.
now. But he's like, I have a problem. I bought Fox and Pikachu today, and I'm just like, bro, I still got more than you, and
Right.
I haven't collected Amiibo since like December.
Yep.
Like, have you driven like 40 miles to get
Right.
back?
For your
Twice.
friend.
Twice.
For your friend.
He also doesn't have Falcon.
Nice.
He doesn't have Little Mac. I think he also has Villager, I guess, but
Nice.
and Wii Fit Trainer. But he bought Wii Fit Trainer when the game first came out, so
Yep.
that was before the craze started.
God, I could have bought one of those, or like 1,000 of them,
Yeah,
way back when.
I can't believe you did not buy like all those Marth and Villagers whenever they were there.
Dude, because you sold them for what, $150?
It was like $130 to $150 each, so
Yeah.
like almost $300 for 2 Amiibos.
So
One,
multiply
2,
that by 4.
yeah.
Because there were 4 sets. Oh, this
And I
part's
wasn't
great.
gonna sell them I had no intention of selling them.
Until
And like
you
I
got-
just kept looking on eBay, like, because everybody's like, that was the point where they're like,
Yeah.
they're so rare, and you're like, I got these for you. I was like, oh my god.
You're like, this is dumb. I'm selling these.
Yeah, and I was like, I was gonna collect them all. Then I was like, starting to realize how. He also has DDD. He has a DDD. I'll go steal it.
Are
for
you serious?
Yeah. Yeah. So I had like brand new in the box, perfect condition, and I threw them up on eBay, and then bam, like 3 days later,
Yeah,
they
dude, that was
sold
nutty.
140. I want to say Marth went for like 143, and the Villager went for like 139.
That's awesome. Glad I could help.
What did I buy with all that money?
It wasn't like Christmas presents or something? DDD Amiibo. Ugh.
They're supposed to be like, I guess they're gonna be re-releasing a lot of them.
I just want DDD. Like, he's the best.
Yeah.
Like, look, Meta Knight. I mean, this is Japan, too. Japanese Meta Knight, $56. Shulk, $41. Ike, $45.
How much is Link?
Link is $15. Fox is $34.
I have Fox.
Yeah, Fox is like everywhere.
I have all of one
Yep.
the first group, except of course obviously I sold Marth, I sold Villager.
Right.
I never had Wii Fit Trainer,
Right. Yep.
but I have all the rest of them. But most of the rest of them are common. Fox is rare, or I guess Fox is uncommon.
Huh.
And then for the second wave, I have Little Mac, who is rare. And then Captain Falcon's pretty rare too, I
Yep,
guess.
he is.
And I just found 2 or 3 of those like at Meijer, just
Yeah,
walking
you're just like, you
around.
want Captain Falcon? Yeah.
Well, I almost walked away, so I looked to see which ones they had. And of course, I see Mario, Link,
Right.
Peach, and I'm just like, oh, they have nothing. Then like as I'm walking away, I look at the very bottom, and I'm turning, and I'm like, wait, is that Captain Falcon? And I grabbed one, and then I started to walk away, and I was like, I looked back, and I was like, there's 2 more left. So then I grabbed the second one, and I'm like, I'll just call Tom and see if he wants it. And then I called you, and you said yeah. So I was like, all right, if he doesn't want it, I'll just throw it back or whatever.
Yeah.
But,
Nope. There were lots of calls during that like couple week stretch where like,
Yeah.
hey, you got this? You want it?
yeah. And
Yeah?
then like
Okay.
I was like so stressed out about getting Toon Link, and like he's everywhere now.
Yeah, Toon Link is everywhere.
The only other common amiibo I have not purchased is probably Sonic.
Yeah, I didn't buy
Sonic's
Sonic.
one that I see everywhere. I haven't purchased. I have no intention of buying Sonic.
I just think Sonic sucks.
Yeah.
To be
So we're supposed to be talking about the Marvel Universe. But we're talking about everything.
Yeah, we'll talk about everything. The aliens are invading. Back
Yeah.
to the movie.
Uh,
Ooh, little bombs.
but yeah, look up here.
Yeah, look at my amiibos. Amiibro.
And we got what, Marth,
Oh, God.
the villager. So
I
you're
got
not
him.
lying about having these.
Ha! Got him.
Nope, I wasn't lying.
My personal two favorite. Oh, yeah, because I got both of these for you.
Yeah, you
too,
did.
so
Thank you.
Captain Falcon. And my personal favorite, Little Mac.
Yeah, but Little Mac kind of stinks.
Shut up.
DDD's kind of the best. If I had a King DDD, I wouldn't have a care in the world.
That's pretty much all the rare ones that you have. I guess you have Fox as well.
Which somehow is rare. I don't know.
Yeah. He's like, I picked up some more ones today, and it was funny because it was like Zelda
Right.
and Shulk. Or not Shulk,
Sheik.
yes. And I'm like, those aren't. I was like, okay, so you purchased two amiibos.
Yeah.
I find Zelda everywhere. So like, I think the biggest problem with amiibos whenever they first came out, like whenever the waves came out, is that everybody was buying them up. And my friend bought, that tape about my friend Matt that bought like five
Diddy
or
Kongs?
6 Diddy Kongs.
Yep.
And he said something, and then like I went to Meijer because I was looking for a Wii Fit trainer, and they said they had, or no, it was Target. They said they had it at the one in Greenwood.
Yeah.
I get there, and of course they don't have it,
Right.
but they had Diddy Kong, so I was like, oh man, there's only like one left. I better get it. So I get Diddy
Right.
Kong. I was like, I'm coming here for an amiibo. I gotta walk out with an amiibo.
Right.
And come to find out, Diddy Kong is like
He's
super
super
the
easy
fourth
to
or
find.
fifth most common one,
Yep.
and it's like he was trying to trade me like a Diddy Kong, what was it? A Diddy Kong, a Zelda, and a Kirby for my Marth.
That's so funny.
And I was like, you're trying to trade me like $35 or $40 worth of amiibos for $130 amiibos. Like, well, minus eBay fees and everything. I'm like, I don't care about eBay
eBay
fees.
fees of $90.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But I think my eBay fees for like we'll say it's $150,
Yeah.
was like $12.
That ain't bad.
So, yeah, they should get a cut of my thing that I,
Right.
you know, that you paid like $13 for and I
Right.
gave you money for or whatever.
Yeah.
They can gladly have that $12. I just made
You just made
then
a
minus
ton of
shipping was
money.
like $9. So like
Right.
I still came out with like $125.
Right. You came out way on top there.
Yeah. Well, that was like I also had I collected some of the weirdest things. Did I ever talk about the Steins I collected?
Yeah.
The World of
The
Warcraft
World of
Steins?
Warcraft ones, yeah.
Yeah, I had 3 of those, and they stopped making them. And then like I was like, I'm gonna put these on eBay, see how much I can go, and I'll
Right.
put a reserve on
Why
it
not?
for like $80 or $90 because I paid like $80 for them.
Yeah.
And they,
By the way, I love this big whale
yes,
creature seed
he
thing.
looks awesome.
He looks like he belongs in the ocean, but he's from
But he's
space.
yeah, but I don't understand like how he's just like flying whenever there's
I
gravity.
like how it looks like he is.
Like at least the other guys have like thrusters holding him up, whereas he doesn't really look like he has anything holding him up.
Yeah. But I just like how he looks like he's swimming, even though he's
Yeah,
not. Maybe he's an air swimmer. I don't know.
and I love the look of all the
Yeah, all the
baddies.
aliens.
Yeah.
Ugh.
My only concern is whenever Thor uses that lightning here in a minute
Yeah.
to block the portal and kill a bunch of guys. Like, why didn't he just keep doing that?
Right. Yeah.
He killed a big old worm and everything. And,
Yeah.
But yeah. So the Steins, like, I just put them up on eBay, and both the Horde and Alliance ones, which were pretty common, sold a lot
Right.
of them. Sold for like $95, and then my Dragon one that I guess like only like 2,000 got sold.
Damn.
I didn't know this till after I sold it. Sold for like $275.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Boom. Boom. Punch you. You're my brother. Oh, thought he was gonna do a backbreaker.
Body slam.
Yeah. Goodbye.
The Ultimate Warrior would have been proud. Yes.
Yes, he would have. R.I.P. Hey, go shoot your bow and arrow at these space things. Go kill them. Dr. Pepper sponsor this, maybe? That Dr. Pepper truck blowing on? Or Bose with their Bose headphones?
Yeah.
I always love those random product placements. These are fun because they're quick, but some of them where it's
what was it?
where I'm using my
the-
Samsung Galaxy S6 phone to call you.
The what was that? The 99 Godzilla or 98 Godzilla?
Yeah.
I guess like Pepsi.
Yeah.
There was like Pepsi stuff everywhere all the time.
Right.
I've only watched that movie once. I'll never watch it again, so I can't.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I usually catch most of that stuff like that on the Movie Sins
Right.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you ever watched that or not.
I've seen one of those before.
Yeah, but they're funny. It's like things that movies do that are sins, and then it tallies them up. And I think that movie had like you and I remember Budapest very differently.
Right. Oh, okay. As I shoot my arrow.
But that was like one thing they said on that about the Godzilla 99 was that there were like 20 different product placements for Pepsi in that
Right.
movie. It's like Pepsi really wasted a lot of money on this. I feel sorry for him.
Right, yeah,
No, I
that
don't.
movie sucked. The National Guard. Do you?
Go, Captain, go. Convenient.
That's why. Ah, there's that gun from the one-shot thing. Huh? See
Mhm.
it?
Yep,
Yeah,
the 10-minute movie or whatever it was.
that 10-minute thing, yep. We got it. That was awesome.
Was that like flares
I
or
guess.
rockets or what?
Woo!
What they shot out?
Flares.
What was step 2?
Look, I attacked him. Oh, I stabbed him with an arrow. I'm cool because I have arrows. It's like a staff with an energy gun in it. Or
So
something.
what matches are Extreme Rules tomorrow besides?
So tag championship, which
Yep.
sucks that it's on the pre-show because damn it,
Is that New
Cesaro and
Day?
Tyson Kidd are so good.
Oh,
Yep.
here we go. Thor.
New Day of Kofi Kingston and Big E.
Thank God it's not Xavier.
Nope, he's horrible. So it's that. It's the Divas.
Paige versus.
Nope, Paige is filming her movie with The Miz. She's filming her Christmas movie with The Miz.
But I thought that she won the #1 contender.
Yeah, remember? But then Naomi went and brutally attacked her after that. Yeah, exactly. Sucks what they do with the Divas division. Hey, Bruce Banner. Oh, I feel like they're gonna have some kind of romance thing.
Yeah.
They're just kind of weird together. Anyway, so they have that. There is Cena Rusev Russian chain match, which sounds the most contrived nonsense ever.
Stupid.
There's D-Bry versus Wade Barrett for Intercontinental, but with Daniel Bryan being hurt, I don't know what's happening there.
Is he already out, or is he going to be fighting in that match?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because obviously, if he goes to fight, he's going to lose no matter what.
Who?
D-Bry.
No. No. He ain't gonna lose.
Just keep living in that fictional world you
He's
live
not
in.
gonna lose because he's the best. Then there's Sheamus and Dolph Ziggler in a Kiss My Arse match, which sounds really dumb, but it's
Yeah.
Ziggler, so I'm happy about that. Who else? Who else?
I love them without their masks on.
Clearly, Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Are there any others? I feel like there's always some kind of battle royal. Like at every pay-per-view.
So who do you want to see win, I guess?
Cesaro, Tyson Kidd.
Obviously.
Duh. They're the best.
D-Bry is not going to win, but you
D-Bry. Want D-Bry to win. Want Cena to win. I want...
What? You want Cena to win?
Yeah, because him having the title, he's clearly going to give it up to some new guy. Some up-and-comer. Or somebody that deserves it, so... there's a Luke Harper versus Dean Ambrose in a street fight,
Yeah.
which is going to be awesome because those two are awesome.
So what is Bray Wyatt doing now? He's kind of been like,
He's been cutting promos again
Yeah.
and not really doing anything, which kind of sucks. Hopefully he's there for something. Hulk smash. It's a great part. One of the best parts.
and smack. I like how he's just carrying this guy with
Yep.
him.
Ha, you're shooting me, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. So,
I feel like the Hulk is like Superman, but he's like super badass.
yeah.
That's what he is.
He can't quite fly, but he can jump really far. I want Dean Ambrose to win that because clearly he's one of the best.
Yeah, he is.
I want Seth Rollins to win because he is great. And he's
I
going
wouldn't
to.
mind either way if that
There's
went
no
either
way in
but-
hell he loses though.
Yeah, I don't either, but I think him winning, it'd help with the Authority falling apart type thing.
I'm actually excited for Kane breaking off from the Authority.
Yeah.
This sounds weird, but he when he got pissed in the last couple episodes, it was awesome
Yeah.
because he actually looked menacing again.
King.
The Demon King.
Jacob Goodnight.
Right. Yeah. Dr. Isaac Yankum. And then we can't forget what's going to be easily the worst match of the night. Big Show versus Roman Reigns. Because Big Show is in it and it's a last man
And
standing
that's not
match.
going to help
It's
Roman
gonna be
Reigns push at all.
No, it's not. It's going to be a last man standing match where it's going to take 18 spears and 3,000 Superman punches. You know he's going to Superman punch him and he's going to go, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
If he
It's gonna
lasts
be
longer
dumb.
than Brock Lesnar, I think it's going to illegitimize Brock
It won't.
Lesnar.
He won't. But it's still just going to be stupid.
Because
that,
it was he got Superman punched 4 or 5 times before
Yeah.
he even fell. He was getting punched and he was going up against the ropes. And
Yeah, that match
think
is
they
gonna
did-
suck because I like Roman Reigns.
yeah,
and
I think they did a great job with building Brock up
Oh yeah,
to being this unstoppable
they made
beast.
everybody look really good.
Yeah.
We were talking about that. How do they do that? And they did it.
Oh,
But then
Hulk!
now-
Hulk! I love this.
Yes. Oh, so
I'm going to
Hulk's so
steer this
good.
bad worm this way because I'm the Hulk.
So much damage.
I love the Hulk.
Yes. He's great.
Because I feel like with the Hulk, you just get to watch, 2 big things just fight each other.
And it's actually interesting because he's clearly he needs to be the Hulk to save
Yeah.
people and save himself, but he doesn't want to be the Hulk. He's
Yeah.
conflicted. It's not like in these where Tony Stark, in the Civil War comics, the only reason he's pro registration is because he is part of something where it kills some kid,
Mhm.
and so he feels bad. Or it's that's fine, but it's not necessarily a moral issue that will always be around, whereas the Hulk will always have that moral
Yeah.
issue. I like the weird little chain tether thing that he has.
I like how Captain actually acts like a real captain, too.
Yeah.
Kind of just,
He's a
always
leader.
hanging back at, the main area that they were at in the first place.
Yep. Giving orders, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, he's great.
He's fighting, but he's not, fighting in the front lines like everybody else is.
Yep.
And Iron Man's back. I love the team
That was
up
so
moves.
cool, yes. Shoot the shield, reflect it. Ugh. Oh,
And then
look
there's
at me.
Hawkeye.
I still have arrows.
The dude shot 50 arrows and he still has 100
Right.
arrows. Oh, another team up move coming up right here.
Yep.
I love Thor and I love Hulk. Stab. And thunder.
Yep. Boom.
I love this part. It's just so subtle. Let's just stand here and breathe heavily. And punch. Bam! They just... Oh, the doctor's coming too.
Oh, what? Where am I?
I'm up on a skyscraper.
Whew. Soldiers directing civilians. That's a great subtitle. I'm on it. Ookie. I like how their guns look like single-shot rifles from like World War One, but
Yeah.
with like weird super spears
On the
them.
front of it, yeah, like the crazy bayonet.
Oh my god!
Let me just throw this
Captain, why
alien
would
down
you
there
do
with
that?
you
Yeah.
guys.
Oh my god! Everybody can see who I am. That was cool. Boom. Damn. That would hurt. My god, he's so hot. Too bad I'm like 94 years old.
If I look that good at 94, I've done something right.
Oh yeah. I've been frozen to knife.
Mild beverage. No. You get that Red Bull out of the fridge. I don't want to walk over your wire. I'll give you a high five.
Oh, okay. Good. Thank you. It's always funny.
I got this wire blocking me. I can step over your computer if you want.
Nope. Don't do that.
You sure?
Please. Please?
Are you getting a Red Bull too?
Yeah.
That's right. They don't really give you energy, do they?
Not really. I just like them.
Oh, I love this. He shoots the arrow at Loki and Loki catches it
Almost subtly saying, haha, your power sucks.
and then it explodes.
Haha, your power sucks.
Oh, now we got the Loki Hulk fight.
If Red Bull wants to sponsor this podcast, go for it. I'm a fan. Let's talk about how great Red Bull is. Anyway. He almost looks like a gorilla there.
I love this conversation. I am a god. Ah! Oh, smash, 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 smash. Puny
Oh,
god.
it's so good. I love that. Boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Then he stops
boom,
and
boom,
looks
boom,
at
boom.
him like
Yeah.
he's just a rag
Oh,
doll.
it's so good. The Skeptor. Doctor. I'm Scarlett Johansson.
I would love to find this cranberry Red Bull
Mm-hmm.
that's tastes just like this, but isn't like $3 to have this thing.
Yep. The tropical ones are really good, and the orange ones are really good.
I haven't tried that yet.
Oh, they're so good.
See, I have this issue where like if I like something,
That's the only one you go with.
then I know I'm not like it's one of those like I'll look at both of them and be like, I don't know if I want to
Go
get
with
this
what you
one,
know.
but I know this one's good.
Right.
So like whenever I go to like a restaurant, my wife's like, "What are you getting today?" Well, I'm getting this.
You always get that.
Yeah, you always get that, but I know it's good.
Right. Yep. My dad always gets a burrito every Mexican restaurant. A
Yeah.
burrito with ground beef. Whatever the version of that is.
Yep.
He always gets an Italian sandwich. He always gets a sausage pizza. Like,
So, what were you saying? Sorry.
nah,
So it
my
was
dad's
just
the
the-
same way where he
yeah.
just goes with what he knows. I'll try new stuff, but
This reminds me
Classics.
of Gears of War 2 whenever they go inside that worm
oh yeah,
and they kill it.
meat cube.
Oh, speaking of which,
Uh-huh.
they are not making a Marcus Phoenix collection, but they are redoing Gears of War 1
Why?
because it's the 10th anniversary next year.
Holy shit!
Yes.
Oh man, you're right. Wow.
2006. So
wow.
there was no confirmation yet, which kind of sucks,
This
but I'm
is-
okay with this.
Yeah.
That means 2017 is probably the earliest we're going to get the next full-on next-gen
Right.
Gears of War game.
I'm sure that they want to release this one just to get people going.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Get
So
people
if they-
excited again.
What I hope for, this is my dream because Gears of War is like my game.
Right.
Re-release Gears of War 1 with all like the updated next-gen stuff.
Yeah.
But release it with every single map from 1, 2, and
That'd be
3.
cool.
Forget Judgment, because of course Judgment
was different.
Excuse me. Judgment had different maps because there was the 3-dimensional where you could jump off the rooftops and stuff like that.
Right.
So, but if they had like the maps for 1, 2, and 3, incorporated the elements of 1, 2, and 3 all together. So if they pretty much just made, I've said this before, make the multiplayer just be Gears of War 3.
This is like Battlefield Hardline.
Yeah. Just make the gameplay Gears of War 3-ish.
Yeah.
That would be great. That's what I want.
Because there isn't a ton of change from 1 to 3.
Well, there's like the movement's a lot smoother, of course, but I mean,
Right.
I like how he shoots the one with the rocket. The other jet takes off. He pulls out his pistol, like he's gonna actually do something with
Right.
a little,
What you doing,
a little
Nick?
like 9mm or whatever,
What you doing,
a
Nicky?
45, yeah.
Right.
But like 3 incorporated the mantle kick, which I really liked that because it's always weird to jump over an enemy and just like land right next to them
Yeah.
whenever they were like right in front of you.
Because that was an automatic kill, right?
No, the mantle kick.
Did it just fall? They fell down and
back.
then you could shoot them.
They fell back and they were stunned. So as long as you like either hard aimed them really quick or just fired off a quick hip shot. But there have been
Right.
times where I was mantle kicked and the dude didn't reload, so he was trying to reload and I killed him. So
Yeah.
it's rare, but it happens.
You know what I just realized?
What?
I have my 360 hooked up.
Yeah, we could play some.
Anyway.
But yeah, so. But I mean, like, I think the maps of 2 were so amazing. Of course, I love the gameplay of 3, but
Yep.
also the maps in 1. Like, I would just, if they just did all the maps, just did them high def, next gen graphics.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
But I think for 3, they wouldn't have to do that much.
No.
Like,
wouldn't.
honestly, they could just
make
pretty
it
much
1080. That's it.
So what they did with the Halo games for the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, but don't even go that far with like the cutscenes.
No. They're doing that for 1, Gears of War 1.
Oh, they are. Really?
Yeah, they're remastering the
That's
cutscenes
cool.
and everything. I don't think they're going to go as far as Halo did, but so like for Gears of War 3, they could pretty much do what they did with Halo 3 and 4.
Right.
Like they literally just ported them onto the disc, so nothing was really done
True.
to the games.
They're
One
just 1080p, 60 FPS.
One was pretty much it had like the anniversary Master Chief,
Yep.
or the Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition.
Yep.
Whatever that one was that came out late in the 360's lifespan, around the between 3 and 4.
Yep.
And then like they had that on there. Then 3 and 4 were just pretty much straight ports, and then 2 was the one that was completely redone because
Right.
2 is the most popular.
By the way, the ending to this, so good.
Yeah. Well, I like how they kind of pretty much like led into the ending with the conversation between Stark and Captain early on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
With
You won't do anything.
you're not the
crazy.
guy that will lay down on the wire so somebody else can crawl over you or whatever. So you're at the part where the jet shot off the missile to Manhattan,
Yes.
and Iron Man is
We're at the end.
yeah.
Pretty much.
Iron Man is taking it to outer spaces. But how does he get back down? That's my only question. Like, I always thought of outer space as like how he's moving forward right now.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he would just keep going that direction. He would not fall down.
Oh yeah.
Like unless
I
like
mean,
his
there's no real propulsion.
yeah. Unless he used like his, his pulse whatever thing.
Or
His
maybe
hand
it's
cannons.
it might be
the
the energy
explosion?
of that. Yeah. But yeah, you're right that it wouldn't have any kind of. Without propulsion, he wouldn't be going anywhere.
Mhm.
I love how they do this.
No, because he was kind of falling whenever he let go of the.
Also, could have been
rocket.
because the rocket shot away,
Yeah.
like the propulsion from that. Of all the people to do that, really Black Widow, you're gonna have close it. Not the Asgardian. You have freaking Black Widow do it.
I do like how you see whenever gravity gets a hold of him though,
Yeah.
because he's falling, then all of a sudden he just like starts falling head
Yeah.
first.
Oh, I love this.
He's not stopping.
Love that Hulk gets him. I hit him with a hammer in the face.
I love
Hulk's
this
just like
too.
NBD.
I love how Hulk revives him.
Yep.
Just he's gonna throw him. Metal Man. So one thing I really hate about Iron Man 3 is the ending.
Oh, with the
How he,
whole cluster.
how he goes to no, not that. How he goes to the doctor and they pretty much take the thing out and they pull all the shards out. And it's like, how come he couldn't have done that like
right,
years
himself.
and years ago?
Yeah. What the hell?
Like it just kind of like, I don't know, like I understand why, but it just kind of still like sucked in a way to me.
It's like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. Who won?
What the hell? I hope nobody kissed me. Hey, the 4 people I care about.
Yep.
Hulk, Cap, Thor, Iron Man.
Shawarma? Oh, we still got Loki. Once again, what has Loki been doing for like the last 15 minutes of lifetime?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Loki likes to hang out.
I feel like me and Loki would get along really well.
His cuts are real nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna sideways head my bow. I hate Hawkeye.
I feel like Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr.'s head is like CGI'd
God.
on top of the Iron Man suit right there. Whenever they're all just standing, because it just looks kind of weird. He's just kind of like.
Right.
So I love this, like how this kind of like portrays like real life in a way.
Yeah.
Like if something like this ever happened, where the majority of the populace would be like, "Thanks for saving us. We love you so much," and then you have the minority like, they need to pay for their actions, what they
Right.
did. It's like if they didn't do anything, oh, Stan Lee.
Yep. Superheroes in New York. Give
But
me
it's
a
like
break.
if they didn't do what they did, yeah. See, now they're questioning the Avengers. If they didn't do what they
Right.
did, then you would probably be a slave or dead right now.
Right. Yeah.
I love what Loki has on. It looks like a weird.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of Takeda in his
Yeah.
Shiryu fighting gear or whatever,
Yeah.
where he has like the huge face mask on. Kind of reminds me of like the Boondock Saints. I guess that's more violence oriented rather than saving people.
Right.
Like they kill bad people, but they're not,
Right.
exactly the most
They're not exactly
stand-up
great
idols
people.
that you would want to have for your children.
Right.
Well, obviously, you've already seen that you cannot contain Loki, so
Right.
why would you want
You
to?
put him in like an unbreakable vault thing, and he freaking got out and
Yeah.
put his brother in it.
Stark's car right there reminds me of the 1 in 5 cars from
Oh yeah.
Furious 8.
Yeah.
Goes back to. Just forgot the guy's name. Coulson.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite part of the Avengers movie?
I would say it's just the Hulk, like
Hulk?
going beast mode at the end of this movie.
So, you hoping he's gonna do the same thing in the next one?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that he's gonna fall under like the Scarlet Witch's spell. And that's why they're fighting. That's
Yeah.
why they're the Hulkbuster. And then he's gonna do some. Like I feel like Hulk is gonna be one of the biggest parts of the.
Somebody's saying hello, but I can't read their name from here.
But I think the Hulk is gonna be one of the biggest reasons why they beat Ultron.
Ultron.
Yeah.
Well, like we said, Hulk is pretty much like the Marvel Superman that's not
Yeah.
Superman
Yeah.
type of a
I
thing.
mean, like they shot him
He's
a
been
ton.
shot with rockets. And
Yeah, and
everything.
it's just like,
he's
okay.
fine.
Right.
He fell from this like 4 miles in the sky and landed in a building and was
Right.
alive.
Oh,
And of course, the coincidental A
Avengers
that's just
Tower.
there.
Oh,
So,
ho, ho, ho.
but the movie's over. Wow, it's been like 2.5 hours already.
It's a long movie.
It's a long movie. So next week will be the Age of Ultron, which I'm going to go see Friday night in the IMAX.
Nice.
Hopefully, I need to buy my tickets. Still don't buy my tickets.
Yeah,
I
probably.
actually have a babysitter. I'm excited. Me and my
Really?
wife get to go on a date.
There you go.
Yep. Mark Ruffalo, that's the guy that plays the Hulk. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for Age of Ultron. I think it's going to be great. And if it's not great, then that sucks.
Yeah, it'll be good.
So-
The worst Marvel movie is still pretty good. Like, I still think the Thor movies are pretty good.
I
And
think Iron Man 2 is
pretty
yeah.
good.
Iron Man 2 is probably
Those
the
are
worst in
easy.
my book.
Yeah.
3, so like Iron Man 1 was
Thanos.
fantastic. 2 was crappy. 3 was
I
okay.
love 3. Thanos. Yes.
Yep.
I like how they introduced a villain that doesn't even play a part until the third Avengers movie. Like, literally, there are like
Yep.
15 movies in between when he first appears and when he actually means anything.
Yep. And everybody thought he was going to be the villain of the second movie. So
Yeah.
I was one of those people. But
yeah, I mean, you never introduce a villain and then go, "Yep, not him. It's a different guy." It's like,
Yeah.
who does that?
it'd be like saying John Cena's the #1 contender and then let Randy Orton fight the champ,
Randy Orton.
which would be better. But I want to see the Swarma scene before
Let's
we
get
cut it
to
off.
Shawarma.
But yes, next week we'll be
Stark looks so bloated.
discussing the Age of Ultron and where we want it to go from there.
Yeah, man.
Can't think of what else. So then next week after that, I don't know.
Oh, what's up, Maggie?
And the week after that, it's your birthday.
Yes, it is. And
So
I
we
don't
gotta
really
find
know
a
what's
filler.
happening there.
No, I do though. We'll be back here
We'll
again.
See what it
But,
is.
We gotta figure out what to do the week after next. But next week, yes, Age of Ultron. Can't wait.
It'll be good. It'll be very
Friday
good.
night, May 1st. It better be good. If it's not good, that's gonna be depressing.
It'll be good.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
But
I hope so.
yeah, so if you stayed this entire time or you watched the 2.5 hours that we've been sitting
Oh,
here,
This is ridiculous.
it's
man.
great. Thank you. They definitely are not
Yes.
this long normally.
No.
We try and keep it around 45 minutes, but this was really long. Just
Yeah, this is crazy.
something different to try and do, but
I
it was
like
fun.
it. I like it. Worked out well.
Not every week though.
No.
Hell no.
This is too much.
Not every week.
Especially after long weeks at work.
Yes.
This is too much.
But it was good to watch the Avengers again.
Yes.
Yes.
For
But
sure, for sure.
yeah, so thanks for tuning in and make sure to come back next week for Age of Ultron.
See you guys.